you can go hard or you can go discard, or there's a couple of different ways to you can run hurt yourself, you can run like that sort of shit, and then the silent,
I just play Magic the Gathering for my card.
You can go poison, you can go shivs.
There are many options.
But I love the Watcher. Like, she's so great. Like, the Defect was my favorite character.
Defect is fun.
I love Defect. Then it was Silent and the Ironclast. I'm like, very basic, whatever. And then the Watcher came out, and I was like, holy shit, she's like the most badass monk. And I was just real excited.
Nice. I picked up Hades because everybody told me that Hades, like, if I like Enter the Gungeon, I'll love Hades.
Hades is on my list because it's the guys who did Pyre and...
I'm not going to pick
it's
it up.
Supergiant.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick it up until it actually releases.
Same. I don't buy
Fair.
early access games.
Mm-hmm.
I played it for like 15 minutes, and it's really good, but I'm like still absolutely like obsessed with Darkest Dungeon, so...
Darkest Dungeon.
Or no,
Dungeon.
I'm playing right now, so my concentration is a little off. It's actually weird though. I play better when I'm speaking, like when I'm talking.
It's a side effect of streaming, honestly. Like you just get used to talking in the background, and it's like a what do they call it? Almost like a meditative thing, you know?
Yeah, it kind of helps me not focus too much on it.
Right.
Because when I focus too much, I
You get nervous and...
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, how's everybody doing?
Great.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. It's time.
I'll be done as soon as I die, which might not be soon because I got the yellow comb, which gives you like 5 hearts and then like charms everything. So, oh no, I'll just put it away because we're playing a space game, not
we're playing the
games
games and stuff.
Yeah. Ooh, my camera is wicked crooked. Like my room just looks sideways.
Are you just gonna like hold that face until we start? Outro's like a child that's holding their breath until the game happens, you know.
We've already started, so
I will hold my breath until I get some
my
chocolate.
breath until it is ready. It's been ready. It's here.
Yeah, as I'd say, we've already started.
Well, I mean, we're showing, but nobody's rolled yet. Maybe they're waiting until we roll.
Oh. Okay. Hold on. I was going to say something, but then dog. 1 second.
Dog!
All right, so I'm done with that.
I was going to say, if they pass out, who's calling the cops?
That's a good question.
Oh, I was breathing. Guys, look at my hair. It's like fire.
It's Flavor Town.
It's fire. It is fire, literally.
It's kind of cool.
Fire.
Oh shit, I'm on fire. God damn it.
I'm on fire.
I'm on fire. And
Now
I'm
I think I'm ready to bust a move.
Oh, I need to open.
Okay.
By the way, Rin, it was Nazis.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you got it. Speaking of on fire, Outro and Rhys, my La Sombra got set on fire on Tuesday.
Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah, we got authorized to do a blood hunt for somebody who was scheming to take down the prince, and being the Marshal, it's our job to make sure that they suffer for such things. And the arms dealer had fled out into the woods, so we went to track him down with the help of our Tremir's blood magic. And when we got there, not only did the bastard have UV lights up, which finally my Bane severity came up.
Yep.
So I got burned for that, so I was already really pissed off. But when they basically tracked him down to the hideout room, he wanted to start monologuing because he was a Ventru. The Malkavians shot him with a taser immediately, and then they escalated into a little fight, and because I went through the back door, I was trailing behind, but they're like they basically all had to dogpile this guy to try and get him, and he broke free of them. Then my character, being the tank / bruiser, barrels in, and I got to use my Touch of Oblivion power for the first time. So I went right for the eyes and basically destroyed his ability to see, but he had a pistol, and so as I'm pinning him down with a grapple, he just presses it to my chest and sets us both on fire, because he had Dragonfire rounds.
Dragon's Breath rounds, yep.
Yep.
Yikes.
And so...
How dare you interrupt my monologue?
Mm-hmm.
I got lit on fire once as my Bruja, and that wasn't fun because there's like an added frenzy chance as a Bruja.
Yep.
But it was my own dumb fault because we were in a hunter's like safe house.
Oh,
and
so
I saw a tripwire going down into the basement. I was like, "Hold on, guys!" And I threw a bottle at the tripwire, and it didn't just blow up the hallway; it blew out the entire house, and the basement was just like filled with gasoline tanks.
Quick,
So
send in the dwarf.
I fell into the goddamn fire and just frenzied out of it. Good thing I have a lot of the move fast thing.
Yeah, we basically everybody.
Celerity, that's what it's called.
Everybody in the room failed their frenzy rolls when he set us on fire. But he basically burned himself into torpor. I'm sitting on 1 tick left, and we're like, all right, let's drag this asshole to the trunk, because that's our thing too, is anybody we deal with, they just get tossed into the back of my old school car trunk. It's reinforced and people can't get out of it. I've also hit people with my car before to slow them down. But as we're carrying him off into the trunk, we hear the sounds of wolf howls out in the woods. And the episode basically ends with, yeah, fuck it, we're done. Let's get out of here.
Yep.
Because
that is the one thing you don't want to fight as a vampire, as a werewolf, because they will shred your ass.
Basically, yeah, like the ending scene is us just shouting out into the woods, "We're done. We're leaving. Don't kill us."
I mean, mage is certainly bad too, because they can summon light. But like, if you get the jump on them, it's fine. You murder them pretty easy. But like werewolf,
Mages are so dumb though. Like at least all the ones I've run into, they're just like dumb. I don't know. Like not bad, but I like mages. But in the vampire game, I've run into mages and they're just like too curious for their own good, and they end up doing really dumb things.
Definitely part of it.
It sucked because I was trying to ghoul a vampire or a mage, and then somebody just fucking turned that asshole to dust because he did some shady shit. He started writing runes on the walls of our Elysium. That's a bad thing. You don't want to do that.
That's basically just a Tremere at that point. I wanted a little Tremere. All right, so space stuff.
Space stuff.
We have an advance to
we have an advance like every session.
We have an
I
advance
have it written down.
I mean, our crew is generally pretty on point.
I mean, that's why I write it down.
Also, we need to drill a motherfucker. I'm just saying.
We do. That
I am
was
very
excited out.
I was about to say, where did we leave last time? And I was like, about to ram the goddamn packet loss.
About to do ramming speed. That's
ramming
speed. What advance are you looking at?
That's a good
into ramming speed.
Question.
Can we get an advance for our engines for extra ramming speed?
I mean, we could spend it on engines. We could spend it on comms. We could get field repairs.
Field repair sounds like a good idea at the moment. I feel like without an actual mechanic.
I mean, we have a mechanic.
Do we?
Just a very low level.
Just not a very good one.
No, hold on. You are a player character. I am competent,
just not good.
I have like 1 level in rig, so
I also have a level on rig. It's called We Can All Help Each Other.
Right, there you go.
We can all help each other, and this character was definitely built towards being a hacker more than a mechanic.
Because we have one of those.
But to be fair, they have a 2-dot in both hack and rig. It's just that the dice hated me last week.
We could also just be like, fuck it, get shields. But I don't know.
Shields. We really can't do much with it right now, anyways, because we have a
We're in the
very
middle of an
dramatic
action.
scene to jump into.
Yeah, this is a afterwards. We're gonna upgrade our ship, but it would be good to know.
No, this is RPG rules. If we get it, we automatically have it, guys.
I mean, that's technically true.
It just appears on the ship.
Should we save this level up to when we're like at 1 HP so we can shoot all the way back up?
That does
That's
not work.
not
like
how
that.
it works.
That's RPG rules, guys. Come on.
That's not that kind of RPG.
Also,
Save-
eat everything off the floor.
Yeah. Break
fine.
every jar you pass by.
Oh, jeez.
You open this can of worms. You can't go back on it now.
We could always get a new ship. That's always something we could do, but you know.
I do like field repairs, but I think honestly, since we can save it until after this interaction, we might as well save it until after the interaction.
Yeah, we
so
can.
that way we can pick the best thing at the time.
If we
Also-
destroy the packet loss, I say that we have season 2 start next episode. It has a new
We're not.
name.
We're not destroying the packet loss. I mean,
we're
I'm
not destroying the packet loss.
We can also save our advance for the next time we get an advance, and then get thrill seekers, so we all have +1 stress box.
Ooh, that's nice too.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
plan.
mean, we all get stressed out a lot.
We do.
Oh, you're telling me?
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, but I did have a bunch of characters stress out just recently, so it's fine.
The funny thing is, if we get +1 stress box, that means I could do Leaf on the Wind 3 times before I draw out.
It's fine, I'm sure.
On subject of me and throwing myself at a ship,
Yeah.
I got a ship to pilot.
Mhm.
All right. So, last time, you had a job to. What was your goal anyway? You were stealing the gun, right? The
Yeah.
ship weapon.
You're stealing the weapon, yeah.
We
Which
found out
was,
that it already left.
It
made it on
was
the
going
ship
to
and
be on the capital
everything.
ship. You'd snuck your way on, and everything was just fine. And you were waiting for your audience with the governor when you found out that actually the weapon had left. The
Yeah.
ship that it was on had left, and you all rushed back to the packet loss, hopped on board, and started following them. And now you're closing in, and your mining drill is revved up.
Mm-hmm.
Ramming speed.
Ramming speed. Take that, Ismissa. Because I have them written down. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. All right. Yeah. So it's time. It's time to use our ship what it was built for, which is mining.
We're gonna mine this other ship. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I think that's the plan. Okay. So, well,
So helm roll, I think.
yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. I feel like
Position effect on this
I feel
helm
like
roll.
this is desperate.
Okay.
It's feeling desperate.
It is feeling desperate.
I got some really good advice from the Blades in the Dark Discord channel that
Mhm.
really made me think about it. It's like the position is, what is the worst thing that could happen?
All of us dying.
And that's definitely on the table. So
Okay, cool.
that's desperate.
Yeah,
And
and that's
then-
why I'm cowering.
And then effect is, okay, what is the best thing that could happen?
Mhm.
And that's like a perfect precision hole that like airs out and pulls this missa with it, leaving the ship completely at your completely intact and at your disposal.
Yeah. So something I can add to that, being
Yes.
the ace pilot that I am, this is definitely a speed related role.
It sure
Yes, you gotta go
is.
fast.
So I have potency.
Gotta go fast.
Okay.
And I also have keen eye, which I have sharp eyes and notice small details many might overlook. I get +1 die when firing ship guns or making trick shots, which this is certainly one of those.
By the
agree.
way, I want just passing through because we're trying to just pass ourselves off as a
Nope.
normal people.
Nope, nope, definitely not. Good try, solid effort, not even close.
A for effort.
We're just slowly moseying along and not obviously trying to murder you with our
obviously
It's fine.
we should get the getaway because we are helming to run a blockade, which is their
Can
ship.
I use? I'm
Uh-huh.
a doctor.
Are we running the ship or were we
not
running
a
into the ship?
Filthy coward.
We're running into the ship. We're not running from the ship.
Can I use? I'm a doctor, not a filthy coward.
You're
to
not
be, like
ro-
sitting in the
No.
background throwing thrusters to redirect us.
You could just spend a stress and help me.
Poor Kelsa's like, oh god, please stop.
I'm wearing my cowering in the background lab coat. It's fine.
Yeah, it's called be at the engines, don't be in the cockpit.
Okay.
Don't be on the bridge.
Yeah, I'm manually throwing thrusters, so I will spend a stress to
Perfect.
Thank you.
help.
So it's desperate. What's the effect?
Before your potency, it was going to be limited, but I think that'll bring it to standard.
Okay. So a couple of things I'm gonna do. Thing one, of course, I'm gonna be a leaf on the wind because I have that -1 die from having learned too much. But I'm gonna prevent that and increase my effect to great. And then so that is my normal 3 dice for helm. You're giving me 1 die for help. I'm getting +1 die from keen eye. I'm gonna spend a gambit.
Good call.
Because we've got them, and also because I have a whole thing about if I get a 6 on this, we will
Yes,
generate gambits.
another
from this.
gambit, right.
Yeah,
I love that.
I have.
So good.
Never tell me the odds.
You have to say it exactly like that. You have to be really grumpy about it.
Never tell me the odds. All right, so I think that's 3 dice, desperate, great, and I think that's it.
Yes.
Okay, this is gonna go really poorly.
No, absolutely. It's going to be
It's
6,
gonna
6,
go
6
great.
again.
3
Maybe
bonus
neither.
dice. Here we go. That's a crit.
That is a crit. That is it going exactly perfectly.
Hell
That
yeah.
is your
Desperate
mining
with
drill.
great effect. Mining drill. Hell yeah.
That's the mining drill making a perfectly shaped hole in the hull,
Oh no.
then pulling
Yes.
back out, and Ismisa is sucked out, and you're left with a fully functional, well, still speeding away, but slightly slower, now unpiloted ship that
Guys,
also contains the
I
weapon
will
that you're
get
going
into
after.
a vac suit and I will go in there, patch that hole.
I was
and
just
put
gonna
the
say,
reverse
Y'all,
thrusters in.
we have a shuttle. Use the
I know.
shuttle.
No, jump, let her jump.
Hey.
So before we go any further, I need to point out that we pulled out at exactly the right time.
Ha, phrasing.
Boo.
All right, so
Face would appreciate it. Don't judge me.
No, face is. This is fine. This is fine.
so I think
Hey,
we
that crit's
should,
because of my help.
I think anybody with rig should go over to the other ship
I
on
can
the shuttle.
suit up.
Mhm.
I have
I'm-
my
I'll
rig.
suit up as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on the ship because I'm the pilot.
Good call.
I will say, can we actually pick the space lady up? Because if we can pick the space
Smissa?
lady up, yeah.
I don't want to get near Ismissa. I'm gonna
I mean,
be real honest.
I would, so here's the thing. I would rather not, but she can survive out in space for about a minute.
I
So
don't know.
if we leave her out in space for like 40 seconds.
We don't know
she's
if
not
they're.
gonna be in any.
We don't know if they're human or not. First of all,
That's
we know
true.
very little about them.
You do.
Literally, my only notes on them is that they're robed, they're a masked mystic, they stole this from Captain Black, they're mildly terrifying, and they may or may not be part of the Cult of Seekers, who I don't want to fuck with right now.
If they're a mystic, the Last Jedi told me that you can survive indefinitely out in space if you have space magic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
This is true.
She
That-
just has to pull herself back
Also-
into the ship with her eyes closed and space magic.
I was gonna say you're the space magician, but you're not in this case.
I mean,
Not
I
this
can
time.
be a space magician.
You can. You're a very good space
I am
magician.
a very good space magician. As soon as we got that sword, I was like, "Oh hell yes!"
But you're like the space magician in the fishnets and top hat sort of way, not the
You
like
damn
actually
right.
space magician.
I look fabulous, though, bitch.
We'd get you a
A
pair
mess.
of matching space tigers. It's
He's
fine.
he's just wearing a mesh penny. That's
Yeah,
it. A mesh penny and a utilikilt.
but it
Yo,
is.
I
But
want
it is
tigers
gold
now.
mesh.
I'm about that.
I'm happy that Face was Zatara in a past life. Anyway,
I'm
yeah,
actually going to stay back on the ship because I
Okay.
forgot. I still have a harm 2 wound, so I don't want to.
I will send caution tape with y'all to have all your tools and shit.
Oh, cool.
Because caution tape will help, and is also a robot, so it won't doesn't need to worry about vac suits.
It
So
looks
who,
like
who
Zero
all,
and
who all
me are
is
gonna go.
suiting up?
Zero, phase, and caution tape.
Okay.
Y'all are taking the suiting up, taking the shuttle, and getting over to the other ship. And Flashbulb is going to mirror the ship's speed, so we're just parallel. So you just gotta like literally jump over
Good
with
plan.
the shuttle.
So can we pick up the crazy lady?
Do we want to pick up his missile?
I want to pick up the crazy lady.
I don't, but I want to hear what the rest of the crew has to say.
As long as we have like a vac suit that's kind of like a straitjacket, yeah, I'm down. But otherwise, we don't even know if she has arms to go in the straitjacket.
My biggest thing is, of course, we don't have a brig, so we don't have anywhere to put said person.
We can put her in the storage.
We can put her in the
storage.
smuggling
I guess we can
compartment.
put them in the smuggling compartments. That's true. I guess, yeah, they can survive there. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but they already got blown out into space,
So
so there's
actually-
at least an 80% chance.
Hang on. Actually, can you make a helm roll to try to get them in the... Because the smuggling compartment is on the outside of the ship.
Do I need to make a helm roll to get them?
To just have
mean,
the
if you're-
trajectory of them land directly in.
Yeah, it's just like
Yes.
hit a thruster and like spin the ship.
You
Um,
need to make a helm roll to do that.
It's
Alright.
like Tokyo drifting underneath of a moving train.
Yeah, if we really want to pick them up, Flashbulb will just be like, okay, but if something goes wrong, I'm literally blaming all of you.
Zero is going to be like, I did not agree to any of this.
I'll help again.
I'm
be like-
blaming like
Face is
as a-
gonna be like, hey, I'm pretty sure it was Zero's fault, and use his extremely high sway to make everybody else believe it too.
Oh,
No,
that's
I'm
fair.
not
It's like,
I'm
shit,
going
I
to
guess you're
help.
right.
Oh damn, I didn't even think about that.
you're gonna help me? Okay.
Yeah,
I will,
I'm going
yeah.
to open the cargo containers at the right time, so our space dynamics. I don't know if there is like aerodynamics in space, but so it doesn't get messed up. So I just open it right when it needs to be opened.
So I suppose two questions as the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
One, is this technically a speed related role?
Do you have a need for speed?
Not right now. That's not
'Cause
my.
this is a need for speed.
This is.
I don't
I am
know-
not.
I don't know
it's
if
not
this
my
adds
obsession.
in, but what I will say is we have to catch them in a certain period of time. So we are going to be rushing. I don't know if
Yeah,
that counts as speed, but we definitely have to catch them in a certain amount
This
of
is
time.
why I
Yeah,
asked.
they got to time it right.
Because this is a position / effect question, and that is up to the GM.
Right.
Because I know I'm doing a helm roll.
Mm-hmm.
So what would the effect be? Like they're still alive? Is that like the kind of thing that changes with the effect? Or like we don't
There's
actually accidentally close their legs when we shut the door?
They're gonna be in a world of hurt regardless, but it is just a how alive are they when we
I
get
mean,
them.
I have a feeling that being the villain that they are, they probably were prepared when they got blown out into space. It's
Yeah,
just
they
the fact
probably
that they
saw
got
us
blown out into
charging it.
space.
They saw us charging. They're like, "Oh shit! Time to put on the helmet." Do.
But yeah, what is the position effect? And even if that's not applicable, which is totally fair, the other question is, would I gain my +1 die from having keen eye? Not from the ship guns part, but from making a trick shot, which this essentially
Yeah.
is.
Keen Eye sounds a
just an
lot more
extreme
logical
maneuver.
than the speed.
Then Ace Pilot.
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think it's more about the like you do need to do this in a timely fashion, but we're talking a matter of like tens of minutes, not tens of seconds.
Right.
That's fine.
So I think I agree there.
Okay, cool. So what is the actual position effect of trying to pick up Ismissa in our smuggler compartments?
I'm gonna say that it's risky.
Okay.
And I think standard effect is gonna be she's inside your smuggling compartment. No more harmed than she was when she flew out of her spaceship.
That's fine. That's all I need. They will be fine. Everything will be fine. I'm I'm gonna use. I'm gonna take that help. I have that -1 die from having learned too much. I'm gonna get that +1 from Keen Eye, so I have 1 overall. And I'm gonna take a gambit because I can produce gambits.
Sure.
+2.
Hey, it worked last time.
All right, so risky standard helm roll. Yeah, and I'm
I
not getting.
I assisted you. I already took the stress.
Yes, thank you. So I have 2 bonus dice. That is a 6,
Nice.
so we get the gambit back, and it works.
Nice. Yeah, it works. No more physically harmed than they were when they flew out of their spaceship.
Cool.
They are now contained in your smuggling compartment on the outside of the ship.
Excellent. I report into the rest of the crew, just like, all right, we have 1 package picked up. Let's get the other one, folks.
Is there direct access to the smuggling compartment from the inside of the ship or no?
No, there's not. Remember we were smuggling the
I think I was
collective?
out the episode that you guys actually did.
Yeah, we actually had to put the spacesuits on them, and they had
Well,
to
that
like
was
walk.
that was before we got the life supported smuggling compartments.
Yeah, so I don't know if we
Okay.
added like an entry.
I
Maybe
think
like
that
an
there
air
probably
duct entry. That
I think there is an airlock in between the like actual cargo,
Yeah,
smuggling compartment cargo hold part.
I wouldn't have let us have a connection to that thing for specifically this kind of reason.
Okay.
It's like
I
we
mean,
have
if
a
we did-
tendency. We have a tendency
Stop
to
stealing
smuggle-
my agency, Rhys.
Then I think what it is that there is a the smuggling compartments. Most of them are the actual like life supported ones in the ship, and this one is one of the few ones that's like on the outside of the ship.
If you think about it, you wouldn't want any connection to the inside of the ship for people to be able to find the thing. You know what I
Well,
mean? So
the-
Yeah,
like,
but that's
problem-
why I was saying it would be like an air vent, like a I don't know, like
This is the I'm going
space is
off of
weird.
the
Your
I'm going
hallways
off
are
of
like the
our,
size of your body. not-
the thing I'm going off of is this is the space opera version where the Millennium Falcon, the smuggling compartments are literally under the floor. So like, yeah, like that kind of thing. So it depends on what we want to go for there.
Yeah.
Or like in
I don't care either way. I was
Serenity,
just
they're
like
just like wall
I would like
panels in
to
the cargo area.
restrain them further because
You
they
can-
may have like I don't know a fucking laser torch on them that they can drill out, and they have like a jetpack thruster that they could get back to
But-
another ship with.
This particular smuggling compartment is the one on the outside of your ship that you had the whole time, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Before you had the other ones put in. So this is not directly connected to your ship and does not contain life support.
that was my understanding.
Yes.
Okay, so she gonna die.
They will probably be fine.
They are powerful mystics, so
We have no idea.
they may wake up and sneak on board before you get out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We should deal with that problem.
Hey,
Later.
later we have
We
something
made this
bigger.
decision.
Cover the weapon.
So you're gonna fly over to the other ship. I don't think it requires a roll for you to get like to the other ship, like
And
with
match
the-
speed.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna take a roll. I don't think that's interesting enough to warrant it. So you guys get over there, manage to get into the ship, and there's like alarms blaring silently because there's no air in the ship anymore. Certain portions of it have been like automatic. This is not a very large ship, but like an automatic airlock door had closed that you're gonna have to manually open, and there may or may not be air on the other side of that door. But you do know that somewhere on this ship is the weapon that you're looking for, and or you may want to have someone take control of the ship so that it doesn't just careen wildly through space.
So 0, I'll hack, you rig. Can you fly at all?
Who's you?
Zero.
0.
No, I can't fly, but I could rig.
So caution tape. Can you fly at all?
Caution tape beeps in the affirmative.
It's a thumb. One of their many thumbs goes up.
Doop bop, ba-deep boop boop.
That's what I
is
like
how
to
they
hear.
say yes.
Okay, so I will hack the door open, but to be clear, we're going to use our mag boots to make sure we stick to the ground so that the pressure doesn't shoot us out back in space.
Just having like a clear picture of a scene from The Expanse where they like they click their heels together and then their boots stick to the ground.
The Expanse is so good, dude. I
love it.
For space show, it's so impressive how they get the physics right. I love it so much.
The fact that it started with a modified D&D campaign is pretty cool too.
Yep.
But anyway, we're tangenting.
So position
That's
risky.
not tangent,
Sorry.
Risky position?
For piloting the ship? Is that
No, for hacking, so that we can open
for
that
hacking
door.
the door open?
that door.
Yeah, okay. I think you're in a controlled position. There's not
Okay.
a lot that can go wrong here.
I don't think we ever asked this. How big is this other ship?
It is larger than your shuttle and smaller than the packet loss.
Okay.
Okay.
It's yacht-sized, you might say.
I understand.
We did know that it didn't have FTL, so
Yes.
I assumed that it was smaller than our ship.
Yes.
So effect, is it standard?
How good is it? How well is it guarded against external intrusions? A weird way of putting it, but
Yeah, I think that it's probably by default going to be limited effect. I think considering who Ismissa is, their ship is going to have protections from hacking, even internally systems like this. So I think by default you're going to look at a limited effect. So you're at controlled limited, which means that you can push it if you'd like to risky standard. But that means the consequences of fucking up are greater.
So I will definitely go risky standard. And I'm going to so risky standard and 0. Would you mind giving me some help?
Yep.
All right. And let's see here.
Zero, do you have a fine hacking rig?
I
You're a
do.
mechanic, so maybe
I'm actually more of a hacker than a mechanic, but it's fine.
Can I steal your fine hacking rig?
Yeah, about that. No.
I think that's a big no on that one.
I'm gonna go with nope.
All right, so let's see.
And I can look over your shoulder and judge you silently. That's how I'm helping.
It's just gonna be a miss, and Zero's just gonna be like out of the way.
It's just like,
Oh,
no.
Micromanaging
Yeah,
helps no
mhm.
one.
Yep. No, there you go. Hey, you did it. Good job. And just like pat on the shoulder.
Is triage on the ship as well, or is it just the two of you?
No, I stayed back because I'm injured, and I.
Oh,
felt
right.
Yeah, she's hiding in the med bay.
Yeah.
Right.
She's
No,
she's
I'm
like,
not cowering. I'm like trying.
I thought you were in your cowering coat.
You were
Yeah, I was gonna
prepared.
I am in my cowering lab coat, but
Obviously,
I have been
you were-
cowering. I've been productively cowering by
You were-
throwing thrusters and
you're-
opening doors.
And you're prepping the med bay for Ismissa.
Yep.
Mhm.
No, I'm prepping the restraining straps and magnetic
Yes,
field
that's-
The med
generator
bay.
to keep her
Med
from
bay.
teleporting away.
I mean, to be fair, you would have restraining traps in the med bay, so that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't need just straps. I'm like creating a Tesla coil that like prevents her from teleporting out.
Holy shit!
Oh, jeez.
That's a rig roll if I ever.
We're just red alerting this. It's fine.
I may.
Tesla trooper.
I mean, for that, I may require a flashback to acquire the assets to be able to do that.
You
I
just
don't
just need a few spare wires and
Guys, if you're gonna make a Tesla coil, you might as
Iron.
well just go forward and make a Tesla tank, okay? I feel like that'd be way
Yeah.
more fun.
I don't think our ship.
I'm just talking about one of those things you see in the museum that if you put your hand too close to it, your hair sticks up. I'm not talking about something that shoots death beams,
Why not?
No, I mean,
because I only need to keep her from teleporting out of the packet box.
I'm pretty sure that a Faraday cage would do a better job of that than a
Yes.
Tesla coil, but I don't make up how space magic
I'd
works.
I'd rather generate a field than create a cage.
Look, this is
Sure.
their weird. This is her weird science.
this is my science.
Weird time.
What's the special
Dude,
ability
dude,
called?
dude, dude.
The special ability is called Doctor Strange.
Thank you. That's the thing I was thinking about. Anyway,
Come
we
to
have
Marvel.
a we have
you
a
did take that. Okay.
we've got a hack
So-
roll to resolve.
I have so many
the-
special abilities. I've been putting a lot of experience in that.
The bulkhead door slides open and more air rushes past the two of you.
And then the alien pops out and murders us.
Oh god. No, that's
you-
Sunday.
Yes. You have access to the next section of the yacht. It looks like it's not like a super pleasure boat. It looks more like someone lives here. It's almost like you've entered into like a living room. There's a number of like tapestries that are up on the wall. They all appear to be of landscapes of various planets, none of which are in the Procyon sector. At least none of the planets that you've been to. And you've been to
How
most of
big
them.
are they?
The tapestries?
Yes.
Pretty large. I want to say like
So like,
6
if I
by
roll
9
them up,
So
can I
you're gonna be
conceivably?
rolling. It's gonna be like rolling up like Afghan rugs.
That's why I'm wondering. Like, if I roll these things up, can Faze conceivably take them? Because that's something he would definitely want.
You thieves. I love it.
yeah.
You also kind of sold your stash last session, didn't
I
you?
did. You Faze.
He's like,
has
I gotta
art
get
collection.
money back
You're
somehow.
like, my art collection is lacking. So,
This will be a
yeah.
fine addition to my collection.
Yes, it will
Each-
go right beside the mantle.
So each one, basically, essentially, what you can do is you can assign your load, one load worth of tapestries.
Tapestry.
Okay,
is
cool.
1 coin or 1
Okay.
credit, essentially.
Just a heads up, because I'm in my spacesuit, I'm going heavy load. Also, we're not in any place where we need to worry about what we look like at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, I selected normal
You're-
load at the
You
beginning.
don't have a gold space
you
suit?
still spray
I actually
painted
do
your
have a gold
spacesuit.
spacesuit.
You
I have a
painted your
specifically fancy
spacesuit with
spacesuit.
gold ion at one point or another.
Did you?
I did,
you?
yeah.
Did you not select normal at the beginning of the
Yeah,
score?
because we're still. I mean, I feel like almost that this may be a secondary like related score, which we would then re-roll an engagement on and re-roll and reassign load because you have.
I mean,
If you want to
I
keep
still
it
have
at
my-
normal, that's fine.
I
just let
still
me
had
know.
my load from when we were at the space bar.
Same.
Yeah,
Right.
so I haven't changed my load since then.
Oh, I have it from when we were on the governor's ship.
Mhm.
Yeah, it would be. from when
No,
you
I
were on the
had mine
governor's
from
ship.
back when I had the spy gear and armor.
Oh,
I didn't
Yeah,
get
that's
for
a
this time.
ways away.
yeah.
But I think I did select light, so I'm like not.
I have normal from
Because we
the
were like,
governor.
yeah, we got to be on the governor's ship and not look super suspicious. But if this is a secondary score and we're rolling another engagement roll to be like, we're gonna get the weapon and we might face ship security or whatever the hell's on the ship,
Mhm.
then yeah, we can do that.
I
I'm
mean,
just
this
going
kind
to
of
check
makes
off
sense to me
having
since
a
we were back on the ship.
communicator.
You know.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
Okay.
gonna check off
It's-
having a
it's up to
communicator
Kelsa,
just so
though.
I can at least talk to
Sure.
caution tape or something.
I mean, you're gonna be able to talk to all of us. I think we're on a group call.
Yeah.
Don't you need a communicator if they're out? Like if we have. A
I mean,
Well,
I'm gonna be
us-
marking.
You would
communicator.
all need to mark communicator, but I'm assuming that you are. I will assume you do unless you state otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
Um,
doing communicator because it's a smart thing to do.
Mhm.
So you're gonna start collecting the tapestries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to do that on your way back after you acquire the weapon?
We should.
I'll do that on
probably
the
be
way
good.
back.
Okay, I just want to know where we are in this steps here.
Yeah, no,
Um,
because I don't want to be carrying it around when we're.
So I have a setting
Actually
question,
shooting
just so I know what
rodents or
everything
anything like that.
looks like. Are we like bolt hold to it, or is it like a temporary, like one of those like airlocks that are made out of like I don't know foil?
It's the shuttle that's next to the ship. So
So they actually went out into space to get into there
We're-
wasn't like a
so
connecting
basically-
tube.
So what's
Correct.
happening right now is that the packet loss and Ismissa's yacht or houseboat or whatever we're gonna call it are matching speed. The shuttle went over from the packet loss to the yacht, and the shuttle is the thing attached to the yacht right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is it attached, or did they actually have to?
We're
like,
probably
space walk
maglocked
get
to
over?
it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
probably like a speedboat up against a
I didn't-
yacht.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
By the way,
got
what we
image.
would have done is we would have left caution tape on our ship in order to use our ship to slow down the thing and make sure that like it doesn't shoot us into the atmosphere.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Reverse thrusters. Yeah.
Yeah, probably
I
get,
mean,
it,
if you
get the ship under
have
control.
equal speed, you have the same gravity. So
I
as
know,
long
the
as-
gravity
He's
is
worried.
not
He's
hard.
worried about the.
I'm worried about a whole different set of
Yeah.
complications.
Yeah, the fact
okay.
that it's still moving and that it's not being helmed.
So
Fair.
well, we'll worry about where caution tape is and who is or is
Mhm.
not helming this right now when it becomes important, because you guys have no idea.
How dare? But you're right.
I
I was just going to tell caution tape to like pump the brakes so that we can start slowing this thing down. That's all.
So there is still something that could possibly happen here. This is not something that you guys. Okay. It is potentially possible that you could have the blueprints of this ship. However, that would be a high-cost flashback.
Hmm.
Assuming that you do not take that high-stress cost flashback and instead are searching the ship, because there is a number of defenses in place, I think that it would depend on how you're searching. It would determine what you're going to roll. If you're going to try to hack the systems and like pull up a map of the ship, if you're going to just systematically go room to room, what your plan is to try to locate the weapon physically on the ship.
So that's totally different than caution tape just pumping the thrusters and steadying us out.
Well,
right?
we're talking about finding the weapon right now. Which
Well,
is,
yeah, but I mean, I want to make sure we're not going to like end up in a sun while we're trying to find this weapon.
You have no idea, and you have to trust caution tape. You don't know what's going on.
Okay.
If you want to make sure you're not flying into the sun before you go looking for stuff and finding tapestries, you can stand over over their shoulder, and it's going to take like an amount of time, and that will create a clock that will then.
All right, never mind. We're just going to roll and hope caution tape doesn't murder us.
yeah. I mean,
Because
hopefully,
Terminator's probably not a thing.
hopefully, Caution Tape has
Why would
learned
you give
enough.
her ideas?
Hopefully, Caution Tape has learned enough from me, because Caution Tape is
Yeah.
still my gear in
Mhm.
effect. To not fly it into the sun.
So while they're doing that,
So,
and
Saint, would you
figuring
like to
out-
fly them into the sun?
No.
Okay, you guys
How
are
much
fine.
do you
Please-
love us?
There, see, easy.
Flashball's like, it's time.
How-
Execute Order 66.
How are you searching? That's what I wanna
I don't know. Zero, what do you think?
Well, we need to patch up that hole before we do anything.
So do you want to rig that? And after you rig that, maybe I'll dig around the computer system,
Sure.
see if we can override the security.
That seems safe and responsible.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Seems legit.
That seems like a hack. Seems like you're hacking the ship.
It seems legit. Too legit
Hack
to quit.
that ship.
Well,
I mean,
wouldn't
first
we,
we're doing the rig to patch the
yeah,
hole.
we're gonna rig it to patch it up first.
Okay, so you guys are gonna
Okay.
rig that together to patch that
Mhm.
up. Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
What am I? What's my positions?
So do you have any like tools that you're gonna be using on this?
I can absolutely tick some fine ship repair tools. Yes, I have those with me. Oop. That's it. I can't help you carry anything out, though. Actually, no. I would have... Nope. I would be done. That's my whole load. So I can't help you carry any of your loot out, but if we secure the ship, we don't really need to worry about that.
So I was thinking about that. Can I like drop the tapestries off at the ship while Zero is fixing the hull?
No.
Okay.
Because that would involve you passing through the hole that she's trying to fix.
Okay.
We're not super worried about getting the loot off yet. Let's
No, I just figured if it takes you a
just
certain amount of
wants-
time
he
to
just
patch the
wants that-
hole.
He
Okay.
wants that chunk of load back.
I got you.
Let's help our pirate friends first, then worry about tapestry.
Well, no, I'm
I
more
need
worried.
my art.
I'm more worried about the explosive decompression because nobody gets art if we die.
Exactly.
Okay, so go right ahead and make a rig. We're looking at let's say risky with standard effect. Actually, no. Yes, because this is the perfectly shaped hole due to
This is hole made for
earlier-
me.
during the
exact shape of your patch.
yeah, you happen to have like the exact right shape patch material. It's gonna be standard effect for you to put this together.
Sweet. And Face
Face is just like flashbulb. God damn, you're amazing.
Face is helping.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So spend your stress.
Yep, I will spend my stress.
Here we go.
Hey,
Hey.
So let's talk about how this is not my fault again. No.
You rolled
Self-destruct
good this
activated.
time. You rolled good
Ooh,
this time.
that's another gambit, unless you used a gambit.
No,
Yeah,
didn't.
that would be a gambit.
Did not
Gain
use a gambit. We only
Gambit.
had his assistance.
Cool.
Yeah, so we've got 2 gambits on the last 2 rolls, I think, right?
Woo.
Amazing.
Well, I'm
Alright.
about to use one. Can I make I'm a doctor, not a mad scientist roll to make my thing? The big success I want out of it is for it to cover the entire ship in the field of preventing teleporting stuff. Can I do that real quick? So I would have to push myself, so I use
first-
doctor instead of rig.
Yes, but first tell me where in your history as a doctor you learned to make
Well, it
This-
just so happens.
anti-teleport tech.
I'm a particle physicist, not a doctor.
So I was thinking part of Albin's problem isn't just severe headaches; they phase in and out of existence
Sure.
from time to time. So I needed
Okay.
to find a way to contain them without
actually
like
really like that.
restraining them physically.
Gotcha.
That is
gotcha.
actually a great explanation.
No,
Nice.
that's fantastic. That is actually really great.
So I'm going to spend the 2 stress and roll a doctor and use a gambit. What is the position? Because I feel like it could be risky or desperate because it could mess with the systems of the ship.
I
I
swear.
think it's going to start. I think it's going to start off risky.
Okay.
Which means that you could potentially push it up to desperate. I think it's going to be risky limited to begin with. Basically, it's not going to cover the whole ship, but you could push it to desperate so that it would.
Yes, since I'm taking a gambit, I'm going to do that. So,
Sure.
desperate, standard,
Mm-hmm.
and 1 bonus dice for a gambit. Any way you want to help there, Flashbulb?
I would have no idea how to help you. Also, I'm busy flying a ship.
Well, I could tell you to like, once we meet speed with the other ship, I could tell you to drop the like higher functions of the ship so that I don't risk
Yeah, nothing
burning anything
overloads
out.
kind of thing. That
Yeah,
makes
so I
sense.
don't risk burning anything out.
I still think for Flashbulb would just be like, I don't know how to help you with your project, Doctor. I'm sorry.
Do you
but
want to help? No.
I also only have 4 stress left, and I
that's
spend
I mean, if you
That's
don't
fair.
want to
No,
help,
I
that's a
get
whole
you.
different thing.
Yeah.
You
All
want to
right,
be able to be a
guys,
leaf on the wind later.
I could
understand.
accidentally blow up the packet wasp. Well, maybe not blow it up.
That's fine. Face and I are on the other ship. We're okay.
Oh, you're fine.
Yay!
No, you are fine.
Remember to mark XP.
Mhm.
We will take that gambit. That is
Nope,
the perfect
that
use
does
of the
not gain
gambit.
it. That uses the gambit.
No,
So you
that's
lose.
what I'm saying. I will totally take that 6 at the end because that means the gambit totally did its job.
Perfect. So we follow back over to the other ship where the patch has been implemented into place, and while while Zero was doing that, Face was admiring the tapestries. But now that the ship is sealed again, some of the alarms will you hear like some of the other like emergency bulkheads opening, and then you hear like sounds like of the alarm, but as the air pressure like stabilizes, like it bongs and then stops the alarm.
Okay.
There's still like flashing notices on all of the little display panels, like warning, hull integrity at 15% or something like that. So now you need to find what you're looking for, and how are you going to do it?
All right, so the first thing I want to do is override any kind of system security with the hack, so that way we can go manually to hatch without having to worry about anything, conceivably. Does that make sense to you, Zero?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
The cargo containers with all the party drugs just empty out into space.
like, no!
No, that's the good stuff.
Oh, good stuff.
Not the fun one. Is that risky?
It's gonna be risky limited.
Okay, so I'm gonna bump it up to desperate
Okay.
and standard.
Sure.
Would you be able to assist Zero?
Zero's just
yeah.
waiting for you to ask her to hack instead of trying to do it yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess, and stops playing like Candy Crush 5000. Yeah, I guess, sure.
I don't want you to do everything right now because we have to split the stress load.
I mean, sure.
And I'm gonna spend a gambit.
Okay.
I would imagine Zero has a charm of a koala bear hanging off their communicator.
Oh, absolutely. This is canon now.
Nice.
Wow.
That is so many dice.
You know what? It's worth it.
But that is a 6.
That is a
It
6.
is indeed a 6.
You managed
We're just
to do
like, we
it.
don't want to fail any of this because
Hey, I will, since we have 2 extra gambits, it's totally worth it to use the extra gambits.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well then tell me, what does it look like when you're hacking? Like what
So because I went to the glitch school of hacking, my hacking rig probably looks very anime cartoony. So I imagine like a hacker's overlay from the hacker's 1990
Oh,
movie.
absolutely. You will hack the
looks
planet.
yeah, exactly. That looks totally silly and ridiculous, but I love it. Basically what I do is I am executing programs. So you're seeing little DOS windows pop up as I load the viruses into the system and spoof my ID to make the computer think that what was her name? Ileana? Ismissa, sorry. I spoof
you
myself.
don't look
to make
anything like them.
I tell I'm basically using computer sway here, Kelsa.
I'm picturing there's a little guard dog program that's woof woof. And,
I can totally see
it
that.
turns into full blown just.
Oh, so
Like-
yeah, I was gonna say we go into Shadowrun where it's just using
Exactly.
the bulldog spoof.
Exactly. So basically you can see the program run in the background of the antivirus, and it turns into a dog, and then I run a program that throws it a bone, and it
Yep.
ignores me,
Yep.
Perfect.
All right. Fantastic. Yeah, you have turned off the security system.
And poor Zero is probably what the hell kind of hacking are you doing there?
Mm. Oh, cool. We didn't die. Good.
You were worried there for a second. Okay, so what's the next
There is
step?
no emotion on her face. It's yep, I'm so worried.
Wait, I thought Zero was a guy.
No.
Oh.
I don't know if
sorry.
they ever said.
Nobody ever asked.
Yeah, I
That's fair.
Mhm.
I
That's-
believe
that's a
that
good
you
point.
kind of described yourself as general neutral, so I didn't really
Yeah.
take one gender or the other. So my impression is that we would just hop space to space and look around the ship at this point.
Okay.
Looting?
Oh, hello.
We're just looting somebody's domicile. It's fine.
It's a small child.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello.
Hi.
Wave to the camera.
Hello.
Hey, Alex.
We can see
Say
the
good
top
night.
of his head.
Perfect.
All right, buddy. Come here.
Wait, why is that guy not online?
That says holy moly, and that is Guy Fieri. It is a very silly gift.
It's a picture. It's not,
Right.
it's not a person.
I love you. Have a good night, okay?
So
Love you, Mama.
Leave the fan alone.
Holy moly.
Only.
Alex,
before we loot the ship,
you gotta listen.
triage, flashbulb, was there anything that you two wanted to do? They've been over on the other ship for like, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 minutes now.
I have to imagine I've asked them how, like, their status and how things are going, because I did mark communicator, so it's like, hey, everybody.
Yeah, I think we all have communicator on
I
this.
do
It's
not.
like-
My load can't handle.
I
also
actually do have
communicator.
communicator on mine.
And actually, that makes sense for being the new crew.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
call caution tape and ask for coffee, and then I'm like, shit, you're not subtle.
No.
So I actually like get out like
Have to
and
do it
make
myself.
myself a cup of coffee, and it tastes terrible. But I also just wanted to describe, like, I feel like I created a magnetosphere around the ship as if it's like the actual magnetosphere of the Earth kind of thing. So it's almost visible, like there's a slight distortion slightly around the ship, showing that there's like a magnetic force.
So you basically made the ship Magneto.
No, not in the sense that everything's drawn to it. It's just that
Yes,
it has
I-
like repulsion.
I thought my
and
adamantium was
attraction.
itching.
Yeah, but
I
on
don't pull off my bones.
to face, because looking at the channels, it's just like, our new crew members now. I'm just like, how's it going over there? You located our package yet?
It's going pretty good. I hacked the door open. Zero was able to fix the hull of the ship, and I've overridden security. So now we're just digging around looking for the weapon.
Awesome. Tell Zero, good job by me. I always appreciate a good mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see if you can find it quickly. We don't want to. I imagine Ismissa, our erstwhile, well, adversary, had a meeting to get to. So when I get this done quickly before,
I will certainly make it as quickly as possible.
the Legion
So-
or whatever shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Other than Satani, we haven't introduced any of our ship contacts. Can we introduce Hiani and Takala both today by tugboating the ship back to Takala's dock so that we have this extra ship?
That actually is amazing.
That's
idea.
a good idea, but first we need to find the weapon.
That's fair.
Well, I mean, you guys could work
I mean, if
on
we just
letting
take
them
the
know.
ship, we don't need to find the weapon as promptly.
Well, no, you guys could work on that while we're looking for the weapon anyway, since you guys are just
That's
basically hanging out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give Hiani a call and be like, hey, can you tug a ship?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Totally. I'm down with having a second ship to our
Mm-hmm.
smuggling fleet.
Now
if
This
you'll be
one's the
Admiral
dream
Flashbulb.
we're doing this though, I think the important thing that Flashball communicates is like, see if there's anybody else on the ship.
We're working on that too, for sure.
Good. Because if there are more people on that ship than there are on our ship, we're going to have a really big problem. And I mean a big problem. Do not mistake. If there are more people on that ship, I'm getting you, and you have the weapon, we get the weapon off, you get off that ship, we leave the ship drifting wherever
Yep.
it's going.
Agreed.
They light a beacon or whatever.
Agreed. In the
So
ship's
whose ship
records,
is it to begin with?
Dismisses.
Espissa. So
Oh,
in the
okay.
ship records, Kelsa, is there any indication that anyone else is on board?
Didn't you override ship security? Couldn't you just look at the ship cameras?
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
since
what-
I already have control of the stuff, I'm just basically utilizing that to check and
Okay.
see if there's anyone else on board.
Go ahead and make me a roll here. Let's see.
I was really hoping that I would be able to just like look at the cameras.
I mean, you can just look at the cameras, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you would spot something.
Yeah.
You could definitely potentially overlook something.
Hey, Zero. Can you use this database that I just hacked and look for anything? Because I can't find my keys in the morning.
Zero just rolls their eyes, puts their feet down from the cockpit dashboard. I guess. Spins around, pulls out rig. All right, what am I doing?
I lost my glasses again.
Your description is speaking to me entirely. Like what you have pictured as Zero is exactly what I'm hearing.
Zero's like, your glasses are on your head, idiot. I'm like,
right where you left them. Where's that
You're
again?
playing on your cell phone right now, you idiot.
Let's find out who else is on the ship.
So I'm going to hack.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hackerino.
Sounds good.
So I do have the analyst. So when I hack a system, I may ask a question about the owner or location of the systems as though you had rolled a 6 on gather info.
Nice.
And if I have to resist the consequences of hacking, I get to add an extra die if that comes up.
Very nice.
What are my positions and other doodly-doos?
Okay, so I think your position is risky.
All right.
And I think your effect is with your fine hacking rig, it's gonna be standard.
Uh-huh. Alrighty.
Since yeah.
That's good.
Does already having overrode ship security help at all?
Hey, that's a 4. That's good.
It's a 4. Yeah, it's a 4.
Did you
Sorry.
did you want to spend a stress to be helping and have that be your help?
Sure.
No,
Okay,
I rolled that
roll
early.
an extra
Give me
die.
one more.
Okay.
Well,
No, it doesn't help.
no, well, yeah, it's like, I got this.
So okay, so a 4 is you succeed, but there's a consequence.
Mhm.
You succeed, and the consequence is the success is there's something else on board. The consequence is it's in the living room, and there's one door between you and it, and that door is currently open.
Oh.
This is a
With my
essentially a displacer beast. It is a panther-like creature with tentacles coming off of its shoulders.
I look to Face and I say, I'm prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice.
What?
Nothing. It's fine. So I do get some more information because of, as if I had gathered information.
Face is now very concerned.
Does that information count as that, or can I?
You may now ask a question about the location or the owner of the system. So this will not tell you anything about that cat.
No.
Ask if this can teleport.
That's not. No.
Is there, like, I would imagine that the way that this would look would be like we could tap into like if there was like a security feed or anything. Does it look like there might be any weapons nearby that Face could use to try and fend off this creature, or something that we can use to, I guess, because trying to close the door is dangerous because it's gonna see us.
So here's
I want you all to know that the reason this is happening is because Rhys said he wants tigers.
Yes. So 2 things.
It's a panther, so it's not even close to what he wanted.
Okay.
But I'm
Rhys.
trying to think what would be an appropriate question.
I have a lot of questions, but
I mean, feel free to
whatever
pitch something.
Whatever question it is that you ask me, you found that out before you saw this creature coming, because that is going to be what.
Okay, no, that
action. You know
that helps. That helps narrow that down. Instead of
once you see that creature, you realize you've got seconds.
Yeah, instead of pertaining the question about that creature, then Is there anything else valuable on this ship that we can get aside from those charts that we know about?
That was certainly one of my questions.
Yeah, because that would be an actual question to ask. That's not based on seeing that creature. That would be,
or you could just ask where the weapon is that we've been looking for this whole time.
I like my question. Is there anything else valuable that we can loot?
Yeah, totally. There's like a
Go crew greed.
It's like she's been part of the crew the whole time.
Principles.
Yes, it is.
In the cargo bay area, there are crates that are they're labeled with a like bunch of warning symbols, but I'm going to say that Zero recognizes what all of these symbols together mean. These crates contain Voss crystals, which are like psionically active crystals. Each one of these crates probably contains one fist-sized crystal, and each crate is like held at like there's like 4 of them, and they're like the 4 far corners of the cargo bay, and they're like each tied down, and they have like a bazillion warnings on them.
Oh, so they need to be kept away from each other too. That's She's like, hey, found something interesting, and then like the camera pans over and she's like, and found something bad.
So quick question before we get murdered by a horrible displacer beast thing. Did Triage tell everyone what she was doing with the ship, or was she just like beep boop bop, I don't care about nobody?
I don't know, Triage. What would you do?
I don't think I would have. I think I would have just like started rambling to myself and was like, I don't want no way nonsense.
Super helpful, right on character. Okay, so we don't know that field is
Triage is the worst. I'm sorry.
No, hey, play the character. That's why I asked, because I was pretty sure you wouldn't say anything, but I figured I would ask.
Yeah, I just started rambling algorithms off to myself and then started putting metal and loose wires together.
Yes, you do.
So I assume Zero's like, oh god. So like I pull my guns out and I get ready for a conflict, and I will probably jump in front of Zero. Now
okay.
So how fixed is the hull in that section?
Fixed enough that the alarm of there being low pressure, low oxygen is no longer going off.
I figure it's like a flimsy piece of carbon fiber that you throw some sealant on. And
if you
put too much pressure, the sealant will break before the actual hole.
There's a huge chance that any kind of pistol fire could re-puncture a hole in here.
Perfect. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to wait until the very last second when this thing jumps us, and let Zero know to maglock their boots and fire at the hole. Because when we get explosive decompression, we'll both sit there, and this thing will hopefully fly out the fucking hole.
It'll pull through a pistol size. Oh god, that sounds terrible.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just aliens resurrection. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
The giant horrible monster baby gets sucked out the penny-sized hole.
Yep. Go ahead and give it a try. This is desperate.
I feel like Zero's gonna have to make like a resist roll of some sort to actually do it on time.
We'll see.
Okay,
so it starts off desperate, and I think it's going to be standard effect. You will if you hit this, it's gonna blast the hole. Most likely the very first consequence would be of anything less than a 6 would be that it doesn't actually get fully sucked out the hole. Something will block the tiny hole or whatever.
I would love to hear what a devil's gambit or a devil's.
I'm taking everything. What did you say the position was? Desperate.
We're already
Desperate. Yep.
Desperate.
Desperate.
and
Standard.
Standard. Okay. I want to hear the Devil's Bargain. Absolutely.
I thought that.
Wait, yeah.
are you doing
firing
it?
at the thing? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to brace for it and shoot. Okay.
No,
no.
you
So
brace.
like,
No, absolutely.
I'm
You
letting-
take it because I wasn't gonna say that I don't have any points in scrap. I just wanted to take the shot.
Even if you don't take it, I just want to hear what it looks like because I feel
Zero's
like
just,
a
like,
Devil's Bargain
firing
here
around
would
shit.
be
Yeah,
Random stuff.
I was just ready to shoot, man. I was gonna be like, all right, I guess.
So I'm just letting Zero know to use the boots so that you don't get sucked into the thing. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was just
so
ready for it.
So would you like to help me by like locking your boots and positioning yourself in such a way that this thing is the closest thing to the hole?
Yep. Let's do it.
Okay.
Um,
If you want, if you'd like to hear Devil's Bargain, I
Yes,
think
I
the
would like
most
to hear
obvious
Devil's
one
Bargain.
is that it's faster than you thought, and its claws rip your suit.
Oh no.
I don't like that plan if we're gonna start the hole. So I think we're gonna avoid that. Actually, do I have anything that I can plug the suit with? Let's see.
Do you have any?
Duct tape.
Actually,
do you have any
It would be
loads
like
left?
repair
Fuck,
kit.
so
or-
that's what I was just gonna say. I assume Zero has a repair kit. Yes.
Yeah.
So would a
Mark
repair
it.
kit have anything to fix the suit?
yeah, little pieces of carbon fiber. Probably.
Right. So like, could we use that to seal the suit?
I mean,
That's a question for later.
Yeah.
yeah. It's theoretically possible. Is there still enough left after Zero patched the hole? You don't know.
I would probably have to roll for it, I imagine.
So I don't want to get horribly murdered, so I think I'm gonna skip that one.
Okay.
So
Feel free to use a gambit.
Remember, it's a space
No,
opera.
definitely.
Absolutely use the
Remember,
gambit
it's a
and all
space
mark of
opera.
stress.
Yeah, remember this is space opera. This isn't The Expanse. This is Star Wars.
right.
Yeah.
You'll just lose a hand, not your whole body.
Yeah.
Right? You'll just have permanent freezer burn on one part of your body or something like that. Oh no.
I mean, just hope the Displacer Beast doesn't have the high ground.
Just hope the Displacer Beast doesn't just bamf out of there.
Displacer beasts don't teleport. Jeez.
Yeah, they displace.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
displace. they are here, but also
Also,
not.
I love everybody else making the assumption that either Ismissa or this thing can teleport, which I don't think either of them can. But we've
had no
jumped to the
basis,
conclusion that they
no
have.
basis of knowing it, but it is just the assumption.
I'm allowed to try to implant nonsense into the GM's.
Oh no,
head,
you 100% can.
Oh, I think we got it.
We got the
I think we got it, guys. I think we got it.
Beast.
You're gonna need nothing shy of a 6. How about 3?
Okay, with a crit.
Tres camas.
Oh.
You juice this thing.
You summon the Eldritch God once more.
I assume I just
Yeah,
shoot the thing in the hole and it sticks to the hole and Face is just like jamming his foot, like get out, get out, get out.
Like, I mean, it's a critical success. You successfully did what you intended.
You juiced it.
Which I believe
Turned it
was
into goo.
was to kill this thing.
Mhm.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like perhaps its body is wedged up against the hole that you punctured, and a small like the outside of the ship, there's like a trail of blood and intestines that keep getting pulled out, but essentially
can
the
just
ship is
see-
sealed.
Oh, I love it. I can just see
no.
Flashbulb is like, guys, what is going on?
Literally,
Oh my God.
a light from the packet loss shines over, and there's just blood. The next thing a communicator is like, all right, I'm gonna ask this only once. What was that?
I think if this was like a TV show or a movie, Triage would spit out her coffee at the same time as the gore coming out, and it kind of like makes the same kind of
Nice.
projection.
Nice.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
I can't hear you because you're not on the communicator.
Nope.
So you probably hear because like the communicator's open, so you'll hear
Oh,
crap,
okay.
oh crap, oh
It is-
crap,
it is
pew!
speaker. Okay,
and then
cool.
like I'm like so we found some security, took care of it. It's fine.
I can tell you took care of it. Anyway, find the weapon,
Get off the ship.
We're working on it.
Are there bubblegum
oh.
pops in the background?
Are there any other people on the ship? Did you find them? Like I asked.
We looked. This was the only thing that we found.
Okay,
thank God we
good.
found it before it found us. But
Wait, are these intestine and gore? Is it clearly not human, or are we expecting this to be a human body plugging the hole? Like,
I mean, this is also a laser gun, which doesn't technically leave blood to begin with, but
Well, that's because he didn't shoot. He didn't shoot. The
I didn't shoot the monster.
yeah, you didn't shoot the monster. You shot the
the monster is getting like sucked through a penny size hole. So that
that's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the thing that I wanted, because I'm hoping this thing will plug the hole long enough for us to get through this.
It'll plug the hole. It's fine.
All right.
Basically.
Look, Face Zero. If you can hear me, I don't know if you can.
What?
I'll pass your message along.
Thank you. Please find the weapon. We'll get the ship out because apparently it's only a Smissa and whatever you just encountered. Cool. Go. Just goes off the line, just like, I'm sick of this already.
So I guess right now would be the time when Triage comes up to Flashbulb and is like, how would you like to have that as a second ship? I think we may know somebody who can help us out.
He just turns around just like, I hadn't
And now
considered
Triage
it.
sees the line of gore just floating out of the side
like,
of the ship.
I hadn't considered it, but my first priority, and all of our first priority, is that weapon. We can discuss this afterwards.
I
But
could make the call now. Remember Hiani?
yes, I do. Yes, I remember them. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's make the call. Have them on standby, if anything, because again, we want to make sure nothing else is going. But apparently, there's nobody else on the ship. So yes.
Where is Hiani based out of? They're obviously in the Hulk system if you're going to be calling them live.
Like a space station off of like Voss, maybe?
Okay. I was like, maybe Sahandra.
Would that make sense?
Again.
So,
but-
yeah, either Sahandra or Voss, like either one really.
I
I don't
feel
want
like
it to be on
Sahandra-
them. That would be way too convenient.
No,
Because I think-
I feel like Sanhandra would be a good place for them, especially considering
I feel like Voss makes sense too, though, because it's like a glimmer motorized.
That's monitored. That's
Never mind.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought it said motorized. I'm sorry.
No,
I
monitored.
too fast.
A motorized planet that orbits.
Sanhandra makes sense.
Yeah. The place we just came from.
Yeah.
But in a space station instead of on planet. So
They were probably friends with Glitch, which makes it the funniest part.
yeah, it's like and then it's like, wait, it's a crew contact, probably.
It's a crew contact, which means you all knew them.
Yeah.
It's a Satani hench person.
I mean, no, they're not related to Satani at all. They're just they're also a crew contact, but like through a completely different circle of friends.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay. So what can you tell me about them? What are they human? Or Xeno? Are they?
I wanted to say they're like a human old person, but we already went over the old gruff grandpa.
We've already got a couple
guy.
old people friends.
Yeah. Maybe it's like a young Xeno who took over the family business after their father died tragically young, and they're like a little over their Xeno age of maturity, so they're like quick to take any job kind of thing.
Near human, early 20s.
Yeah, near human, early 20s. Yeah, like a Star Wars alien. Like they have humanoid figure, but they're like frog faced or something. they're slippy. Okay.
This is just Star Trek. We paint them like a pinkish purple, and we call them a different race, and it's fine.
Nope, they're Slippy from Star Fox.
Oh, I mean, okay, sure.
That means they have to say ribbon after they say everything now.
No.
I don't know, Fox.
So basically, what you're saying is we let them die whenever they're in trouble.
Do a barrel roll.
I'm supposed to be the vicious one. Jeez.
No,
It's
just
Slippy.
like they're frog-esque. They aren't definitely Slippy, but they like Slippy you could
So-
be like, I see the connection.
Was Hanani's father like your previous crew contact? And like when he passed away like last year, right before we started following the packet loss, is when like Tani kind of stepped up, and you haven't really talked to them since they took over? Or
I think we took advantage of a legitimate business falling into the naive's hand more. That's my personal take. But this is a crew contact,
I
so-
don't think our crew's like that. I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
especially from when we started. Definitely not.
Fair.
I think we like, especially because we're not technically friends with the person. They're just one of our contacts. It's definitely a case of we were friends with their dad, and then the dad died, and it was like, well,
we're definitely fairly honorable thieves as far as things go.
Yeah.
this is not someone who is like your best friend and will always have a job for you. This is
No.
someone who you know them, you know their reputation, they know you, and they know your reputation, and you more or less trust each other.
Mhm.
So yeah, the
Cool.
early 20s, humanoid but amphibious looking. It makes sense because it's like a tidally locked place. They probably live on the dark side.
are they from Mem? If they're amphibian, they're probably just Memish.
Ah!
Memish
that
are
point.
usually-
They're Memish, but they
Alright.
they live on Sanhandra.
Yeah. Or a space station, Sanhandra.
Or a space
Nobody
station,
lives.
so-
We already know that nobody lives on the dark side of Sanhandra.
Yeah.
We established this.
You can't really live on the light side or the dark side. You kind of have to live in that middle space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. My bad.
Yeah, the dark side of Sahandra is real weird too. But yeah, they live on a space station, originally from Mem, you know, but I think probably Hanani has like lived on this space station most of their life. I don't think they really.
Yeah,
grew
they've
up
been a
on Mem.
gearhead for their dad.
Yeah.
Their whole life. That's
Mhm.
why they were able to. That's why their dad wrote in the will that they take over instead of like a partner,
Sure.
because they understood. They're still naive, but they understood the business.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Put more thought into this person's backstory than triage, but
You give him a ring.
Yeah.
Hello.
hey, Ani.
Like their
Hey, can you hear me?
their frog head like turns sideways like a dog, but it's a frog.
Frog dog.
They're like, Riaj?
Yeah, it's triage. Long time no see. How you doing? You still stationed out at Sanhandra?
You reached me.
Yeah, that's a good point. So you're definitely still on hold. Hey, we may have a job for you. You busy, or any of your people like free in maybe a little bit? We might need to have you on hold though. I'm talking very frantically and like matching my sentences, so it's very triage.
Perhaps.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to call to let you know that we may have a job for you. It's very likely we're waiting on a few conditions to, I don't know, resolve, I guess. Do you mind if I give you a call back in like whatever, hour and a half, maybe?
It's like a ways travel from
Yeah,
Sahandra
they're
to
gonna have to
Mem.
leave like now. to
Like
be
if
ready.
they leave now, they'll probably get here tomorrow afternoon.
Hmm.
Like it's probably a good at least 12 hours from where they're at to where you're at.
Say, how about we just say that those conditions are met and you start your way over here. We're orbiting Mem right now. We have a ship that needs to get hauled.
It's been a while since I've been home. All right.
Awesome, cool. I owe you one, and we'll talk about price when you get here, if that's okay. We need to figure out where we're getting it hauled to anyway.
They do that thing where like a bubble comes out of their mouth and then comes back, gets sucked back in again,
Just like a yes.
and
Excellent.
then they end the call. Cool.
So now I call Face, and I'm like, Face, try not to damage the ship anymore. We're gonna take it. The ship's coming with us.
It may need a slight cleaning.
Cleaning's fine. Just don't damage it.
Okay. I will keep that in mind.
Next message on your communicator: find the weapon. All caps.
Stop forgetting you have a job to do.
Would you like to find
Look,
the
I'm working on it. There's a lot of things that are going on down here.
Hey, so I found something that looked really valuable down in the cargo hold.
That also sounds fun. Let's actually find the weapon before Flashbulb comes over here.
You didn't see anything
Flashbulb's gonna
that
rip
looked like
everybody's throat
a.
out.
I mean, go ahead.
You didn't see anything that looked like a ship-mounted weapon when you scanned through all of the feeds.
At the like, we don't want Flashbulb to come over here and hurt us. It's like them and what shuttle? Like pops a piece of candy in their mouth. I guess I'll get to work looking for the gun. I'm gonna. Can I hack again and look in like the records and stuff if they took on anything into the ship?
I mean, there has to be some kind of smuggling compartment or something. So we should probably start searching for those.
I don't think that that's going to be something that would be like on the ship manifest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Could I look for records of a smuggling compartment?
Like, I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Like on the ship schematics or something? Like, you know, when, even though...
There's just an empty space where we see ship, but it would be normally outer space.
No. What I mean is, like, there would be the legitimate schematics, and then, like, the not porn file that would have all their secret information and data. I'm looking for that.
Like, I don't think that there is something like that. I don't think there's any.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't put that.
So their
kind of
not
stuff on
porn
it.
folder actually has porn. Sorry.
Well, I mean, even if they don't want a paper trail, usually people still keep records of their own doings.
I would hope that we don't, so I would assume that they don't either.
But that's
So-
that's the thing. Every
But we're
criminal in the
PCs.
history of ever that's been caught is because they did.
Yeah, but they got caught.
I
yeah,
put
but think
two.
about all those criminals that haven't got caught.
I would
Yeah,
also put
exactly.
two.
I mean,
two
we only
things
care.
forward.
We only pay attention to the ones that do. That's why they're
I put two things
notorious
forward.
and famous.
Okay.
One, they're not a criminal.
Are they?
No, they're not. They're
Well,
they
then they would-
definitely they 100% work for the hegemony. Two, I don't think you would store your own ship's schematics on your ship. I'm going to be honest.
Right, I agree.
But
I
you
think
know what
that's-
you know what I mean. I'm looking
I'm
for
getting-
information that would indicate that there would be
Yeah.
something that we can look for. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Like extra weight somewhere where there shouldn't be weight.
I'm-
Yeah,
or like
yes.
a panel
So-
that doesn't make sense on the actual.
if they're
ship's
not
design.
a criminal and they're not a smuggler, then we don't necessarily need to be looking for a hidden compartment, but we should there should be some documentation or records of
Yes.
them taking on that if they're a legitimate person.
Yes,
It
now
doesn't
that-
change the information that I'm looking for. It's
Okay.
just
Yeah, we were going on two different avenues, but I get.
You know
you're saying.
what? I'm actually going to radio over to Flashbulb, and I'm going to say, "Hey, Flashbulb, we're not having too much luck trying to find the weapon over here. Would you and or Triage be able to take a look at the ship and determine if there's any kind of like secret panel from the outside?"
I absolutely can't because I'm currently on comms with caution tape, getting a play-by-play instruction on how to make a cup of coffee.
I don't know how well
Okay.
that's gonna work, but sure.
You hear Face just like visibly cringe. I'm just like,
Flash was just like, yeah, sure. Let me spin around the ship. We'll see what we get.
all right, thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a spin around the ship and see what we can find on this on the other ship. See if there are any like false panels or anything. I don't think this ship is the type that just like pops out a gun, but who knows?
do we have like scanners that can do
Not
just
necessarily
a sweep
pops out a gun, but I'm thinking like look for parts that don't make sense based on
Yeah, no,
your
I
perception of like spaceships, right? Like
yeah, I get what you're saying. I feel like this is a geez. Let me look at like what type of because Kelsa, would this be a role?
Probably be like a study if you had something that could sweep the ship and look it over.
Yeah,
See,
because
that's the problem is I have 0 study and I assume that 0 also has 0 study. So
No, I actually have one in study. So.
oh well, then you can run around the ship with me and try to figure out if we can find this thing from the inside.
I think the question here is perhaps this is a group study role then for us trying to
that's
find
definitely
it.
what it sounds like.
I
to
think
me.
that's more likely is a group study role,
Sounds like a plan.
which I can lead
Do you
because
have
I am a commander.
how good is your
I have
study?
2 study.
I have one in study. It's not
Okay.
terrible.
I've got one as well, but if you want to lead since you have commander, that'd be great.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
that'll
have
increase our
2 if that
scale, which
means
will
anything.
hopefully.
You said you were making coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's a group thing, I think we all have to be involved, right?
We don't know.
Only
Oh, okay.
everybody who's involved is involved.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yes, I'm making coffee. So.
So yeah, I can lead. Scale, I imagine, will help our effect. Because I don't know. I don't think there's positionally. We're probably like in a controlled position. That's a question for Kelsa, obviously being the
Yeah,
GM, so.
I think this is a controlled position. Yeah. Okay. I think this is actually going to be a risky position.
Interesting.
When I'm thinking about this. So why don't you go ahead and everybody rolls and we take the best one out of all of the rolls.
What is the effect for this, including the fact that I'm a commander after scale?
So with that, you guys are going to be looking at a great effect.
Cool.
But there's definitely potential like bad consequence if this is not
That's fine.
perfect.
The
The fact that it's very likely you guys are going to get it though.
Fun fictional thing from Keen Eye is that I have sharp eyes and know small details many might overlook. I don't know if that'll help, but that's a thing.
Oh no, it's definitely.
Facer,
it's
you
definitely
helping
being
me then?
accounted
Okay,
for
cool.
Here, so.
Excellent. Yeah, Face, are you joining us in this study role, or?
Yeah, might as well. I mean,
Okay,
there's no
cool.
reason I wouldn't.
Are you rolling or are you assisting
Walking
me?
around in his gold spacesuit with a magnifying
I don't
glass.
see why he wouldn't. I don't see why he wouldn't just roll because it's a group action.
Yeah, I have 0.
That's why
but
I was asking, because he has
yeah.
0.
Would it be more beneficial for me to roll, or would it be more beneficial for me to assist?
Nah, because they
You
just
would
take
you
the
would need
top
to
roll
roll.
anyway.
Okay.
At this point, it's a group action, and you would all roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we do have 2 gambits, so like, and I can generate
Right.
gambits off this.
I was gonna say, do we each want to use or?
I mean, if
between
I
the
use
2 of
one,
us?
I can still generate it. I think
I definitely think Flashbulb should use one. I'm not sure who should use the other. Maybe
you
me.
should, since you don't have any skills. In this.
Yeah, that would balance yours
Alright,
out.
so we
Exactly.
take out all the gambits. I will. I'm gonna take stress.
Good start. Good start.
start.
Folks.
This is fine. Risky. Great. 1 bonus die.
3.
Okay.
5. All right.
Significantly better.
Alright, so
as we roll.
I take 2 stress from y'all's failing.
Sorry.
Did what we could. It's
no,
not
it's
our
fine.
fault.
It's fine.
Flashbulb only has 2 more stress for the rest of the episode, though.
Well, never tell
I mean,
us the
so
odds.
basically like
Yeah.
the rest of us. We're
Never
all
saw it.
pretty much in the same boat. I feel like we get out like by the skin of our teeth every time stress wise. So
Oh shit! I
That's
should have had
how
bonus
it's-
die on that. But
That's
roll.
good
So-
good role playing.
It's definitely Flashbulb who spots where the weapon is hidden.
Mm.
Essentially, it is like strapped to the underside of the spaceship.
Of course
like,
it is.
Stuck
It's
to
not
you.
like
called it.
yeah, no, it's like
Called
it's
it.
not installed or anything. It's just
Yeah.
like there's a sling underneath, and you realize that there's nowhere inside the spaceship this would have fit.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
Is there a
How-
place inside our ship that it'll fit?
Would it
Yes.
fit it? Okay, good.
It will fit inside the packet loss. It will not fit inside your shuttle.
Okay.
It's like as long as your shuttle is.
Well, we've got
Right.
spacesuits. We can just kind
Yeah.
of.
So we're.
get it
So
over
I'm
there.
like I'm
I
right
can
under the ship.
I can spacewalk while you guys are looting the yacht.
Just like
Yeah,
All
because
right.
we do have. I do let you know that we do have other objects of interest over here, that will basically lead to credits.
You don't explain that they're just objects of interest to yourself, and
Here's this.
Well,
Here's
no,
the
no, no.
situation.
That's a whole different story. I tell them.
Boss crystals.
I tell them about the stuff in the hold. I also say I do want to grab some tapestries over here as well. So.
All right. I mean, if we're taking the ship in anyway, I don't know if we necessarily have to take out the
No, we don't need to.
objects.
We don't
but
need to
we
take
just-
any of it out if we're hauling
Yeah,
it.
can we take the whole thing in?
I would still be more comfortable taking the weapon off and putting it on our ship
Oh,
because
that-
coming into any port with a at least frigate ship-sized weapon is a bad idea.
Yes,
Right,
that
I
that
agree.
needs to be hidden, but everything else we can leave there.
All right.
Okay.
So first, again, priority number 1, get that weapon, but everything else sounds like we're good to go. I
Yeah,
will
so
be
we're-
hovering under the ship.
if I spacesuit, I'm full load with a communicator and spacesuit.
Perfect.
Just-
Okay.
yep.
So first other thing we need to resolve is that that 5 means that it is there's consequences.
It does.
So I don't know how you would resist this consequence. Possibly triage could. But you get 2 ticks on a Ismissa escapes clock.
I will resist it. I just realized that we may have forgotten this for a while, but we have Forged in Fire, so I get an extra
that
die
is
on all
that is
of those
automatically on our sheet.
Oh, it's automatically on our sheet.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I have made it so.
It's been implemented.
API fun.
so.
Okay, so I just roll a fortune, right?
Nope.
What do I roll?
That's up to Kelsa.
However, I
So
Yeah,
resist
so you
it, I
have to
guess.
describe
tell
what you're
me
doing to prevent her from escaping.
how you are preventing her from escaping, and then that is going to affect what you are rolling in order to prevent.
I'm going to guess it's going to be a rig roll because I'm going to see on the surveillance that we have of our little outside.
It's not
thing.
rig. It's based on insight, prowess, or resolve.
Oh, it
It's
would
one
be
of those.
insight. Okay. So I see that she's like starting to move around. So I like
How?
increase the power of the field, maybe?
How do you
Do
see
we
that
not-
she's starting to move around?
Do we not have like sensors or cameras in our
Luggage
bay?
compartments? No.
Yeah, in our, do we at
That's-
least have like
Not
sensors
last time
or
we
anything?
checked.
Yeah. I think.
Can I hear a bang or something? Maybe.
Maybe your field thing notices some attunement
So,
of
okay,
way
okay.
energy. Way
So,
energy.
Yeah,
time
maybe,
out.
maybe that's it.
Maybe
Maybe I
do-
start to see that like the lines of the
Maybe we could do a
Tesla sphere
flashback where triage
start
sets
to
something
point
up
towards.
to monitor the smuggling compartment.
No, I don't think that's necessary. I think it's just like the magnetic sphere that I created. I see that the magnetic north is shifting, I guess, and it's shifting towards the cargo bay. If that makes sense, maybe. 'Cause it
Okay.
was- yeah.
Sure. It's got some kind of weird pull that's going to notice any kind of way bullshit. I guess that makes about as much sense as anything.
I'm just trying to make some kind of fun hand wavium here. Okay.
Wave bullshit. It's great.
This definitely would be an insight resistance to realize that something is happening, so you can then try to stop it.
May I push myself?
That's technically yes. However, don't.
However, don't. Okay.
You're trying to prevent stress here.
You're trying to prevent stress. You roll the dice to prevent stress. You
Oh,
wouldn't want to
okay.
take 2 stress to add an
Okay,
extra die
I'm
to
sorry.
that.
I'm mixing up my mechanics. I know how resist works now. My bad. Ooh,
Oh,
damn.
hey, I think she's
Oh,
fine
damn.
anyway.
And there you clear stress for yourself instead.
So yeah, clear stress. No problem whatsoever at all. Your
I just say
beautiful-
no.
So it comes to your attention. So this reduces this. It's only 1 tick out of 4. It comes to your attention that someone on your ship, probably in your smuggling hold currently, is attempting some way bullshit, and your contraption is preventing it.
By the way, really quick, because I provided meaningful insight to Flashfold, we both get to clear 1 stress.
Oh. Okay, cool. Nice. That's good to know. I like
Yep.
having 1 more
I'm-
stress.
I'm trying to keep monitor of that, so.
Cool. All right.
So I'm preparing for a spacewalk.
Why are you preparing for a spacewalk?
Because
We don't-
while
Why
you guys are looting the ship, I'm going to jump out.
We're
and-
not looting the ship, though. We're going to leave everything
Right.
in the ship while we haul it.
Oh, okay.
The only
So-
thing that we're
I'm not
moving is the
prepared.
weapon.
Yeah.
I have
since
the least stress. That's why I figured I'd do the spacewalk and move the gun.
I only
3 of
have
you
3
can do
stress.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna be a full disclosure here. Right now, the only thing stopping you from getting this weapon and looting the ship is is Missa escaping. Like, that's really the only consequence that can come of this. So if you're going to concentrate on, if you are going to do nothing directly stopping Ismissa from escaping, then no problem. You have the weapon. You have whatever you want to loot from the ship. You have the ship, but Ismissa is gone.
Okay, I'm going to actively not let her escape. Like, maybe once I notice that something's, like, notice that there is a pull of Wei energy, maybe I, like, set my focus onto keeping her in check.
I mean, my purpose more was to keep her alive than anything else, because I didn't want to just murder this person. If she's escaping, then I assume that she's safe, so I'm not all that worried about it.
Like,
yeah, but I don't want the extra heat.
I mean, that's fine.
Especially if we,
extra heat.
That's
especially
your
if we,
decision, not me. So
especially if we need to wait around for 12 hours to haul this ship away.
I like
that's
her.
a good point.
So, Triage, have you notified anyone else that you believe that your prisoner is waking up?
I will let Flashbulb know, because I feel like Flashbulb's commanding the operation. It's not like I'm talking to everybody. It's we're relaying information back and forth kind of thing.
Flashbulb is just like, really? They got sucked out into space and then thrown into whatever mystics.
Who needs them?
Look, if they're gonna get out, they're probably gonna get out, and if they can't get on the ship, that's fine.
It's like they might be able to get on the ship, or they might be able to tell somebody that we're here. So
I mean, I doubt they'll be able to tell anybody we're here unless they have an encyclopedic knowledge of all coordinates in the Holt system. But sure,
if they get out, I'm worried that we're just going to have to bail on Hiani, and we're going to lose a close contact.
I think we'll have our. I mean, I think.
And we'll lose a yacht.
I think our new crew member here could disable any sort of beacon or tracking system. I have confidence in their abilities, considering they work for our friends in the Maelstrom. But if you don't believe in that, then sure. The thing for me, of course, is that we get that weapon. That's why we're here. If we lose a yacht, too bad. Kind of sucks.
Hey, that yacht comes with like 6 credits worth of
That
stuff.
yacht may be worth more
not
than
including
the
the yacht
gun.
itself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
That's a lot of credits.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how
I'll
much we'll get
just
for
work to
selling a
keep him
yacht?
restrained. You figure it out. You talk to the rest of the crew. I'm working here, and you hear me.
Okay,
banging
yeah,
keys
it's
and
just-
stuff.
So
like,
can we
if-
negotiate with them and just let them know that, like, hey, look, actually, I'll take care of it. So
if you all want to deal with it, fine by me.
Can you get the ship close enough?
I don't want to deal with this.
Can you get the ship close enough where I can get to the smuggling place or whatever, the smuggling bay?
I mean, you could just take the shuttle. It's still there.
I mean, that's true.
The thing's not going to fit on the shuttle, though. Remember?
No.
No.
I'm not having anything to do with that. Like I figure you and Zero can work on getting that into the ship, and I'll
I need to focus because of the way that Kelsa phrased it. If we aren't actively trying to restrain, them
Well,
to escape.
The thing is, I think we're at
Basically,
crossroads here.
hold on.
Yeah.
Let me back up. Basically, after the last action, you guys are free and clear to take anything you want off of this ship and haul it away. However, because of the consequences of that role, Ismissa will escape. Now, you have an opportunity to have that not happen.
Yeah.
And I feel like Triage is the one helming
Triage
that
is the
operation.
one who knows that that's a thing and has now disclosed that to everyone, and Face is like, I'll take care of that. You can, of course, choose to take point on that anyway. But I believe that Face's plan was to attempt to negotiate with them at least.
Correct.
So it's a question of whether you just want to like go up to them with a stun gun and stun them, or try to negotiate with them. Because I think it sounded like Triage's plan was just like, I'm gonna go to the smuggling department and knock them unconscious and get them on our ship.
Bang them with a hammer.
What?
Yeah.
Donk.
No.
I mean, not get them on our ship,
you're
but
not
knock
gonna
them out.
fight a way mystic with his stun gun. No thank you. That seems like a really bad plan.
Well, what were you planning?
I'm gonna talk to them and be like, "Yo, dude, we're not gonna hurt you. We just want to, take care of stuff. If you chill, we will drop you off on planet, like somewhere. We're just gonna open
Also, we're stealing your house.
Well, I mean,
This
they're
is
still
their
alive,
house.
so being alive is better than not being alive. And
We'll
having a
we'll
house.
see how they feel about that when you talk to them.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a space
before
opera.
before we go talk to them, we're a little bit past normal break time.
Oh, shit.
Yes,
Take
we
a
should
break.
probably.
Yeah,
I
breaks.
would
Yeah,
love
take a
a
break.
chance to stand up and walk around a little bit.
Yes. Good
Same,
plans.
So I
Alrighty,
guess we'll be back in a few minutes.
back in a few minutes, everybody. Stick around for more packet loss.
All right, BRB.
I am returned. You all sat down at like exactly the same time.
That's how we do. Our crew is in sync.
I'm just making coffee.
Are we?
Are we?
Are we? In sync?
It's
I mean, I can't sing for shit, but we could try.
I mean, well, here. Mandatory dog tax for the day?
Doggy.
Hello, Papa.
She's only here because I have food. She didn't actually care that I wanted to hold her.
That's why I kicked my dog out.
Yep.
I ate a sandwich during our break.
Well, yeah, it's like she saw me walking back to my room and she was like, "Ah, food." No, say I actually wanted to be here. She cares. If only a little. All right, but yes, now you must go. And she's good. She's like, fine.
I'm over it.
Yeah, she's like, I'm over it. I got pets. So that should be everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all back.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
So, when we went to break, we were arguing about what you were going to do with this Missa who is in your cargo bay hold. Now, you only have a certain amount of time, but luckily flashbacks are a thing, so you have infinite time. Well, what I'm saying is, please make a decision. We'll let you-
Triage wants to keep her. I don't really care. So if we need to make a player decision, I'm on the side of majority. But I feel like Triage would like to. She put all this effort into making a magnetosphere for our ship. She wants to see it used and work properly.
I think the thing is, are you all gonna try to convince her, or are you just gonna go in there with a stun gun and try to knock her unconscious? Because it's a question of how are you gonna prevent her from escaping? Because I think that's what y'all want to do. Because I, both as a player as a character, don't really care too much about Missa.
I could set the magnetosphere to stun or something. I don't know.
We're gonna set our phasers to party time.
That makes me need to watch Picard, but anyway. Yeah, like I said, Triage would like to, I would like to, but I'd veer with the side of majority. If you guys want to just not worry about it, then that's fine. But I feel like we may lose the yacht. She probably has some way of tracking her own house. Or they probably have a way of tracking their own house. I don't know why I'm defaulting to she for everything.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, that is definitely something that you could consider. If you want to do a flashback to Zero or Face while you were in that security system, finding and turning off the tracking beacon, that would be a small, probably one stress flashback. You just want to have done that. You get to make a roll, but still.
Mm-hmm. One stress flashback's good.
So I mean, it's up to you, Bryn. Did you want to do it, or do you want me to do it? Because I definitely think we should take that deal.
I've got enough stress that I can do it. I'll take it. I'll take the flashback.
Okay.
And so our flashback is to secure the Mystics so they don't try and get out?
No, it's to prevent them from having a way to track their ship.
Oh, yeah, no, that's easy. Okay. Yeah, mm-hmm.
Actually, I think really it feels more like yeah, okay. Go ahead and make a roll retroactively of hack to have done this. It will make sure that you're not going to have to worry about, well, on a certain level. So you have slightly less to worry about in the terms of reprisals.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're at risky standard with your rig. So if it's Zero that's doing it.
All right, and we gained another gambit back just recently, right?
I count on you
I
guys.
think
to
our
keep track of
sheet
that.
is up to.
We're at a gambit.
Are we? I thought
Yeah.
I thought
No,
somebody rolled another critical just
No,
recently.
the
No?
crit.
It was
those are only
on
from those are only from
Insta.
action rolls. You can't get it from.
Not
resistance.
not the resistance one. There was one on the scrap
use-
roll. Did we use that
and
scrap roll one?
Yeah,
That's
we
a
use
desperate.
that.
That's desperate.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't count.
The only person who has the thing that excludes it is Flashbulb.
Okay, no worries. But that's why I was doing the bookkeeping. I saw that one. I wanted to make sure before I put it in.
Yeah.
So then there's no gambits to use. You got any more stress, Face?
Yeah, I can help.
Send to help? Okay. Let's try and give us as many possibilities as possible. Since it sounds like we already got repercussions and we want to make sure that nothing bad happens, I'm not going to ask for a Devil's Gambit as much as I want to.
Yes.
Devil's
Please
bargain.
no Devil's Gambit.
Devil's Gambit. Yeah.
The Devil's Gambit.
Yeah. Gambit's bargain. Allons-y, mes amis. Boom. 6.
Nice.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah. So I guess I'll begrudgingly just be like, fine, and then I like let down the magnetic sphere and they get away and we get all our stuff.
Like, hey, there was a tracking beacon. I went ahead and turned it off for you.
As soon as you say that, and like, I feel like Flashbulb probably like ahems loudly into the comms, and I'm just like, fine. And I like let down the magnetosphere.
Okay.
Just
No,
like
it's no big deal or anything, but I turned it off.
I don't even know what that is, so I'm not gonna question.
A tracking
Literally
beacon? It lets
No,
them-
the thing that Triage was making. Don't worry about
No.
it. Anyway, just do the thing.
Magnetosphere. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
okay.
created, the fourth layer of an atmosphere for our ship. No big deal, guys.
It's fine.
What? Like you just get like the random text. Why though?
It's
Okay.
just the monkey thing, just like,
I have confusions about this.
It's just, but why?
How much load worth did you have remaining, Face?
Exactly like 0, I think.
Okay.
So I would have
Wait.
to actually offload stuff in order to make that work.
You know who has
So
a
I was
lot
planning on taking ship back to the ship and then slowly moving things back over.
You know who has all of their load right now?
Lotus
Flashbulb.
or Flashbulb.
What you were at normal load?
Yeah, I was at normal load. The only thing I have used is caution tape, and caution tape doesn't cost me any load.
And the communicator.
And the communicator. Okay, so I have 4 load. That's
Okay.
yeah.
So I mean you've got all the time in the world, so I think you can totally
And I don't need to get my spacesuit back on because y'all fixed the big
Mhm.
thing in the hull. So I can do 4 load worth of things that we steal.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, I'm using this just kind of to determine like how many cred worth of tapestries and fine art was aboard.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
So I'll go ahead and say it's 4.
Okay, cool.
Because you're not going to need to spend
other-
time. You got like 12 hours or whatever.
The other thing, of course, I would like to factor into that is us paying Hiani because, Hiani's
Would we
helping us out, so.
Yes.
for the load? Would we count things that we can put back now that the job is done, quote
Well,
unquote?
but what I'm saying is I was trying to determine just a one-time.
Gotcha. Okay.
How much
thing.
cred? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm full up, so I
gonna
can't
make
help
you. I wasn't gonna make you carry it out like per se, but I was using that as
to determine.
a determinator of how much stuff there was.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
No worries. Okay. But yeah, I'm full up, so don't count me being able to help. Then
I mean, yeah, don't worry about it. It's been determined.
cool.
Yeah.
So you guys are able to unload everything. You got 12 hours to go and take those Voss crystals one at a time, carefully, keep them separated. Anyone can know this, but I determined that Zero already knew it just so that, we can we can push the plot forward instead of being like, there's some mysterious boxes. Voss crystals are like a way attuned crystal, but if you get too many of them together, they can like detonate essentially.
I knew it.
Yeah, I kind of
melt your brains,
Explode. Fine.
But at the same time, like they are they're like power sources for like artifacts. They are power sources for some spaceships. Like they've got a lot of versatility, but also if you'll notice, Voss has the monitored tag. It's hard to offload contraband of it. Basically, if you don't have the pedigree, you're not going to be getting fair market value for it.
So I have a real quick question. Can I use Dr. Strange to ask a question about these?
How does that ability work again? Remind everyone.
Your research and fields of study are fringe, esoteric, and focus on the mystical. You may always handle precursor artifacts safely. When you study an artifact or doctor a strange substance, you may ask one, what could this do? Why could this be dangerous? And I want to ask if we could use it in some way to modify our ship. Stasis pods!
I mean, I don't think you need to make a roll for this. I think.
No, I was just asking a question. As it said.
I mean, to ask that question, normally you would need to do a doctor roll on this on the subject.
Or rig,
Okay.
yeah.
That's specifically what it says. But anyway, this is something that you know either from your studies or from or if you would like to say that you were examining one of the crystals directly. It is definitely something that could potentially be adapted to your ship in order to give you some kind of a boost. However, no one on board has the technology or the know-how to do that. It's all theoretical at this point. There might be some kind of artifact that you could link to the ship and use the Voss crystal to power it or give it a bonus in some way, but again,
it would probably be a long-term project.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes, exactly. It's definitely going to be long-term projects, and part of that long-term project may be finding someone with the specialist skills or tools.
I would also say Face would definitely ask for one of the crystals for way experiments as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I ask to keep one? Like, ask the crew if I could keep one. But, I mean, we have 12 hours to kill. This all can happen, like, while we're waiting for Peony.
Look, I'm assuming we get everything loaded first. I'm not, like, stopping the whole thing in order to, like, yeah.
Right, no, of course.
I feel like it would be very face in triage to stop in the middle of spacewalks to discuss something like this, though.
Like, do you think the others will let us keep this?
Because that could go a long way towards my goal about making myself way invisible.
I was also thinking that I could, like, how big are these crystals? Are they large? Are they small?
She said they're about the size of a fist, I believe, is what she said.
Approximately.
Like, implant one of these in Albin's chest, like Iron Man, and it'll stabilize them.
Oh, no.
Potentially.
That's what there's all sorts of fun things we can do with this.
You might have
all
to
sorts
do
of science.
a little bit more than just shove a crystal in his chest.
just shove it up somebody's ass. It'll work. It's fine.
Suppository way energy.
It's not an exact science. It's just science.
My questions are very different for these things, and mostly have to do with the explosive qualities of putting too many of them together.
Oh no, there was a reason they were on opposite sides of the cargo bay.
Yes.
Partly so we don't blow up our own ship, but partly for Flashbulb's own curiosity, for her own drive of, destroying the Yarrow, freeing the clones.
What happens if we shoot two of these at a ship at the same time?
So what it comes down to is everybody wants these Voss crystals, so we actually aren't going to sell them for one.
No, I think Flashbulb would sell them because she'd just be like, these seem way too unstable and I don't want them on this ship. And if I have the money, I could just buy actual bombs instead.
Okay, so here's the thing. I say we keep 2 and sell 2 because I am the one that definitely has the contacts that can offload this, right?
Cool.
So I said we offload 2, keep 1 for triage and keep 1 for me.
That's
and I
fine
have
by
two
me.
two potential projects to use it for. So.
Right. I also have potential projects that I'm working on for it.
That's fine by me, and also gives us a possible consequence of blowing up the ship with these crystals.
I'm going to tell
Yes.
Face, I'm going to be like, this is always going to be in the science
Right.
facility.
So
Keep
we just
it
make
so
sure that
far
they don't-
away from the science facility.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So it's like we both have our own spaces to work on them. Like it's not like we're gonna be carrying these things along the freaking ship and being like,
Just
oh
have
shit,
it in
wait.
our front lab coat pocket. Just
Oh my bad. Oops, we blew up the ship.
Oh, I thought my day to carry the crystal around was Tuesdays.
We
My
thought
mistake.
the end of the packet loss would be ramming this ship. It
Yeah,
was actually our own negligence.
Yep. Oops.
As you
that's
do.
how it always goes.
As you do.
It's
So,
fine, guys.
Space Mistress, does anything eventful happen in the 12 hours we're waiting for Hayani?
That's what that is.
What?
I think she said everything goes through
Yeah,
without a
nothing.
hitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problems. You get everything unloaded. Kiani shows up. They start tugging the ship for you.
So I'm like, hey, Face, can you call Takala and see if we can dock this here? Like, it's a stolen ship that belonged to somebody that we don't know their importance. They work for the hegemony,
Mhm.
but like, Takala usually has a place for us to put our boats.
Okay, hang on a second.
And
Kelsa, the crew contact.
where
Mhm.
is Takala based?
That's a good question. I would assume either Mem or Sanhandra since they're in Holt. I would say Mem because we already, Yanni's from Sanhandra.
We don't want to stack all of our people in one spot either. So we got
Yeah.
I mean, we could hauling it through the spaceport gates and shit.
That's a
would be crazy.
terrible idea.
Oh no. I'm not planning on saying that, but
No.
like I'm saying, like I do have
Mem's
contacts
great
that I could
because
use
That's where
where
the
we
ship
could throw
came
one of
from.
these people on Mem. That's fine.
That's right. That is where it came from.
Perfect.
That makes it easily.
Yeah.
We just need it there until we can file off the VIN number.
Until
We
we
just-
put a fake transponder on it. Yeah.
Guys, we just do this critical role style. We change it from the Squall Eater to the Ball Eater. It's fine.
Yeah, what is the name of this ship, Kelsa? I'm curious now.
Oh gosh, you gotta ask me the hard questions.
Right?
Yeah, what
Naming
did it-
things is the hardest part about tabletop
What
role-playing
pretentious thing did Ismissa name the ship? Because I'm just assuming that Ismissa is pretentious because they're a weird hegemony.
They owned a displacer beast. Of course they're pretentious.
games. It's probably something super unassuming like Songbird, even though we already have Songbird.
Yeah, we have the canary.
Canary. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. No, yeah, it's the lion.
Hmm. We just have to find the witch in the wardrobe as well.
We can complete the whole set.
I mean, we could take the lion and hide it in the wardrobe.
Then we just need the witch. It's fine.
I mean, wasn't the chick that just got spaced the witch?
it's a way of putting it.
And she spaced herself.
No, we
not the first
we
time.
we
Yeah.
spaced
The first
we
time.
spaced
She was
them.
spaced twice. we
Yeah,
spaced her the first time.
Yeah. There's a drill that can attest to that.
So Takala is based around Mem.
Mhm.
What do we know about them? Tell me.
Human.
I'm not doing it this time.
Human.
Human. All right. Preferred pronouns.
He, him.
He, him. Yeah.
We don't have any of those contacts.
Cool.
Shake it up a bit.
What else do we know about him?
How old is he?
50s.
50s. Okay.
Middle
What
age,
horrible
do the
accent
Hobbit.
do I have to use for him?
No horrible accent.
Welsh.
No horrible accent. Too late. Great. What is his favorite color?
Tangelo.
Burgundy. like a deep red.
Literally the first thing.
Blood orange.
Literally the first thing I thought was blue because of Monty Python. What is your
my
favorite
Python.
color?
So good.
Okay. The first one I heard was Tangelo, though.
Yes.
What is okay?
I don't even know what color that is.
What is Tangelo?
Yep.
And how do you spell it?
It's spelled the way it sounds.
With a J or with a G?
With a G.
With a G.
Oh, see, it's not how it sounds.
That is how it sounds.
No, because it could be with a J.
That would be Tangelo.
Tangelo
No,
with
that's
one-
not-
with one
Anyway.
L.
Yes, and it is with one L.
Jello is Jello.
It's
Okay.
hold on. It's a cross.
Years of
between
commercials have taught me that.
It's a cross between a tangerine and a grapefruit, according to this.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so delicious too.
It's a fruit. Fantastic. And
Oh, that's why it's named the way it is. Okay.
So
Apparently, it's a portmanteau of tangerine and pomelo. That's why it's called the thing it is. Sorry, that was a tangent.
so
Oh, by the
Takala-
way, thanks for the sub. We get a sub.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
My thingy didn't go off. Oh, it's Max. Hey, thanks, Max, for 25 months. Oof.
Nice.
Where does the time go?
Okay, so oh yeah, so yeah, he's willing to take your guys in. Like he's got like this used car salesman vibe.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, he's got like a goatee and
Tell me his
he's got, like,
Tangelo
the-
tweed jacket matches his tie.
It's just a Tangelo bow tie.
Weed?
No,
For
I
used
think
car
he's got-
salesman?
I think he's got the Tangelo, the Tangelo tweed, the Tangelo jacket and pants, like this terrible Tangelo orange suit.
Oh.
But like his tie is like black, but like with speckling of stars.
Oh God.
He
I
has
was
a-
going to say that
he has
his
a nice
tie
tie.
is the leftover scrap from making Triage's Void Lab coat, and
Face is
she's
just
like
like-
pissed about it.
Face is
Hold
just
on.
like Takala. I love you, but I can't even look at you.
Hold on. Space Mistress, I found an outfit for him.
I'm
Okay.
glad Takala
Boom.
has he looks
I'll
like
take it.
Stylish and Tangelo.
ooh, that is nice. Because I was
Yeah.
gonna say he just looks like a what are those the God, orange ice cream? What's the thing I'm thinking of?
Dreamsicles?
Yes, he looks like a dreamsicle.
Yes. Cool. So yeah, he's got that kind of dreamsicle thing going on. Oh god, he's like he's got like red hair that's almost the Tangelo orange of his suit. You know?
This
And there's a lot of hair too.
Um,
There are a lot of hair, so it's very noticeable. It's like Carrot
yeah.
Top lots.
But it's like it's like half slicked back, you know? It's bad. It's real bad.
Why are we friends with this guy?
Because he's the best.
going to
Because
help
they'll
you
dock our
dock
shady boats.
I know.
a stolen ship under the noses of House Muckleaf, where the governor is here on Mem right now, and this ship was very recently aboard his capital ship. And your good pal Takala is going to help you hide this ship there.
Yeah, there's no
Maybe-
heat for this job at all. No.
This is like-
Oh, there definitely is heat. Let's
Face is
actually
like,
do that
it
right
may
now.
be worth getting arrested for this.
Oh, should we also do payout because we're getting that weapon to Captain Black?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, definitely. So you're gonna get that weapon to Captain Black.
You best
And-
believe we're getting that to Captain Black because I'm not keeping that thing on our ship.
Yeah, for sure.
This mission had more desperate rolls than when we tried to break into the Isotropomax.
That's because we didn't break in. We were just trying to get to a ship that was near Isotrope
Correct.
Max.
Yeah. But that one had a lot of desperate rolls still.
It did.
So, question.
Hmm.
Did I tell you how much Captain Black was offering for this job? Because I sure as hell
I
did not
believe
write
you
it
said
down.
8. if
8.
remember
I
correctly.
believe it was 8.
8.
Sounds
Okay.
like a good number.
Cool. That
I'll look
sounds
at-
correct. I literally did not write it down, and I usually do.
Because I remember specifically because normally we get about 6 for a job, but you said since he trusts us because he's like a pirate contact because we work with them regularly,
Yep.
He offered 8.
Right.
Also, I'm looking back to see if you'd written it down earlier, and it just Captain Black was some channel.
Not.
Wait, is that
not
canon?
Actually. No.
No.
How is he?
Definitely
It's like
not.
how do you manage this and bouncing at the bar? It's like I'm just that good.
Yeah, no, not the same. Okay.
So-
After the Axe Gang got alleviated from my stead,
So are we doing the everybody gets 2 and then the ship gets 2?
Well, it's only 8.
I'm going to pay my 2 to the ship to take one of those crystals because I feel like it's worth it.
Okay. Then everybody else can get 2, and the ship. Can
Plus,
get
I
2.
want stasis pods real bad now. This episode has made me want stasis pods.
So yeah, everybody gets 2. Good job, Zero. You're getting paid. This is what you're getting paid.
Yeah, you're getting paid now, Zero. How do you feel about that?
Woo, big bucks. All right, I'm going to my
So
room.
is Zero sticking around? Are we getting ink back, or now that
Or find
now
out.
that
I guess.
Glitch is kind of back in the picture? Like you got options, man.
I'll be in my room, and they just walk off to wherever they had been staying.
Have fun.
Wait, they're staying in the closet with all the coats and the Netflix.
They
No.
they will find
No.
somewhere to stay. They're like, this is
So-
We
mine
have
now.
we have a berth for them. And magic.
I am going to look up some contacts and talk to Elrain Rondis, who is our intermediary on Sanhandra, because they should be able to put us in touch with somebody who can take 2 of these crystals off of our hands.
Okay. And also, what about the art?
Selling it.
The art, no, the art is going with me.
Okay.
I already
So
put it in
it's
my
stash?
stash.
Damn it.
I already put it in my
Fine.
stash.
Fine. It's fine. I'm kidding. It's fine.
Face called that for himself.
I just wanted to make sure that was accounted for, and that was 4 creds going straight in your stash. Okay.
Okay.
You're
yeah.
welcome.
So I had a real quick question for you, Kelsa. I have an up arrow on Jakov. I don't remember why I have an up arrow on Jakov. Because I remember we changed over to Lotus being my best friend.
Yeah, you shouldn't have an up arrow on Jakov. You should just
Okay.
have it on Lotus only.
I'm gonna say
making
who's
sure.
Jakov?
I think it was our
Nobody-
first mission or the second mission. that
No,
we had
it
to
was
jump the
before we did any missions. You told me Jakov is a drug dealer, mutual profitable deals to get drugs, and you both hate Chad.
okay.
But we've never, ever seen them on screen.
Cool.
I thought we dealt with them when we were. Yeah.
So are selling those 2 crystals that also what we're accounting for, or
No, that's going to be a separate thing. That is.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
That's going to be either a job or a downtime or like a long-term project.
Okay.
It's not something that you can just
pawn
offload.
off? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's fine. So heat, I guess.
Okay. Well, I think this was fairly well contained. Like,
Yeah, honestly, like I don't
mean,
think there's many things
the
many
only
things that
thing-
can lead back.
I mean, there's a trail of gore out in space. Like that definitely true.
I mean, we killed a dog.
The
Excuse
panther.
you. A
Um,
panther.
We do have -1 heat from just passing through.
yes.
yes. You did not kill any hegemonic citizens, unfortunately, as highly esteemed as that panther was. It was not a hegemonic citizen.
We have made an
However-
enemy for life. You guys know that, right?
However, this is a high-profile or well-connected target,
Makes sense.
so there's going to be heat there. You did not damage any hyperspace lanes or system gates. That's good.
Wait, you can do that in this game?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's real bad though. You don't wanna. You will get people pissed off at you so fast.
Oh yeah.
Everybody. Because everybody uses those gates.
Exactly.
We're committing a full mutiny of the IOTA system.
Only if we go rebels. Gotta blow up a warp gate, guys.
So it looks like actually after all of this, it's only 2 heat here.
Nice.
Accounting for everything. That's all together.
I was expecting a lot more because we like broke onto the governor's ship.
Well,
they don't.
They don't. We were in and out very quickly with them.
Yeah.
You managed to not raise any suspicion going in and out of there, getting some rolls.
Yeah, we made all the rolls really well.
Yeah. So that's totally fine. Cool. So yeah, let's go into downtime.
Oh, entanglements as well.
I rolled entanglements.
Oh.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Space Mistress is on it.
I'm
just
trying to get you
concerned.
guys to do some things while I look up what exactly this is going to shake out to.
Ooh.
Can someone pay for home cooking? I did home
The
cooking
ship
last time.
can. It's a question of who wants to spend a
Do
downtime.
you
action.
remember that you need to pay for the ship's upkeep?
Right. We need to pay
Yes.
2 for the ship's upkeep. I
Which we
believe, right?
did. We did by virtue of the fact that we gave the ship 2.
Mm.
Cred.
Okay.
And we have 1 cred left in the ship.
Oh, perfect.
By saying that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, sure. And
It's
then
just a question of who wants to cook.
I have 2 things that I want to do. So
Then I will do it because I've done it before and I'll do it again.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, do you want to do
I was
it?
gonna say I could take a crack at it.
Do it. No, I'm down
I
with
think
it. Yeah.
I think it would
That's
be fun
cool.
if Triage never does the home cooking because she's awful at cooking and it would just stress everybody.
It's our
out more.
That's
crew,
totally fine.
it's our crew rite of passage.
Yeah. So
You're on the ship.
Yeah, I like
I've never done it before. So what am I rolling?
Everybody gets to roll vice.
Everybody gets to roll.
basically.
I don't
just
have.
uses one of your downtime actions.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
And it uses a cred which we have on the ship, so you
Okay,
don't have to
cool.
spend it.
Yeah. So I think you guys probably like finish up doing the work, and then like the smell of food starts to emanate through the ship, and it's like, who's cooking?
Yeah,
Face?
it's like wait a
it's
second.
like Face? No. Flashbulb? No, I'm right here. It's like, who the hell's in the kitchen? And then you guys like all kind of migrate there, and then you see that there are already plates and stuff set out, and Zero is working behind the stove, and it's just like, oh hey.
What does your apron look like though? That's the most important question.
It says toss a
0
coin.
to hero.
No, it says toss a coin to your hacker.
Nice.
Nice.
And so she turns and she's like, "Oh hey, I raided the pantry, but I hope you don't mind that I made some food. There's more than enough for everybody, and there's probably ramen being made,
Excellent.
and some shoyu ramen, and there's like nice thinly sliced pork belly and all the fixins for it." And she's like, "Don't make a big deal about it or anything, but yeah, just go ahead and eat."
We're gonna get in a fight, so that's good.
I hate pork belly. Rah!
That's not the best, but
Oh, take it.
All right,
you
here
didn't
we go.
overindulge. That's good.
I
So
will
everybody
Oh,
needs
fun!
to everybody needs to take 1 stress back. So 0, you didn't lose any stress. Sadly.
No, it's afterwards.
yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah, then
after.
yeah. Yeah. Triage.
don't
what
worry
did
about
you
it,
do?
I'm pissed that we let what's their face go.
Ismissa.
I'm pissed about the Istissa thing. I'm like, I made this whole containment sphere. We had a freaking magnetosphere. You know how difficult it is to make this thing? I just like push my plate like after eating half of it, and like I push my plate away and I go back to the science
Face
lab.
is literally completely ignoring her and is like, 0, this is delicious.
I just kind of like, it's not that impressive. It's just a magnetosphere.
It can't be a fight if nobody's actually
No,
engaged.
that's the annoyance. It's like, it's not that impressive. It's just a magnetosphere.
I think it just damps the mood.
Mhm.
It's just like, yeah.
You were a buzzkill, and I did not lose that 1 stress.
Right.
And Flashbulb's just like shouting after Triage, just like, it doesn't really matter.
Just poking at the ramen.
Love it.
All right.
I did
cool.
eat half of it. The food was good, but I was just
You're just
really
mad.
I was in my head and then I exploded a little
Yeah,
bit.
you
That's
were
pretty much what
mad.
happened.
You were
Man.
so mad.
So I think, are we at 0 wanted level with Brack, I believe, right?
Let's check. Yes, we clear. I think we
Yes.
cleared our
Cleared
wanted level.
Brack, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but we have
work
to go
on-
through Rin and Iota to get there.
I know, that's what I was just about to say. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
clear Rin next.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my free downtime action
Mhm.
to reduce our wanted level in Rin. And let's see who I have there. Race mechanic. No, that doesn't help me.
Hmm.
We always have Satani.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say the Ashtari Cloud. So yeah, I can reach out to Satani
Mm-hmm.
and basically have her throw out like a bunch of jobs that are like copycat jobs, and since our ship is not in system, we can be basically like taken off as a suspect in order to decrease our heat.
Sure.
Do I roll fortune for that?
No. For a
Lay low.
low, it is.
It's
Say
rolling.
how you get the hegemony off your back. Roll an action. So, I think this is consort because you're reaching out to Satani to help you out on your behalf. So,
Cool. Risky, controlled, desperate. I assume risky.
I mean, it's controlled standard. I don't think there's a huge amount of risk. There is a small amount of risk, but the way you're going about it, it's not a large risk.
Okay.
So make your roll.
Fives.
Okay. So that's going to be 2 reduced on that clock. 2 heat reduced from the system and 2 off of the clock. So.
Cool. All right.
So where are we looking? How bad of are we looking to reduce the wanted level on Ren?
So you're at 2 out of 8 right now, and no heat, just wanted level.
So if I reduce it by 3 more, then we
Then
would
you'll
lose
be
a
at
wanted
5
level?
out of 8.
Yeah. You'd effectively, if you wanted to just not have a wanted, if we just wanted to not have a wanted level in Rin, you'd have to spend both of your other downtime actions laying low probably and rolling pretty well.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, don't worry too much about it. Like, it's only 1 wanted level. Like, it could be worse.
Okay.
Honestly.
I'd like to push myself to doctor myself, if that.
Sure.
If we're moving on to next.
Okay.
Next thing.
Yeah.
So I'll take the 2 stress. I'll roll the doctor roll. We
There
have a
we go.
med base, so I get an extra dice, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's controlled, right?
Yep.
It's fortune technically.
I got a 6.
Hey.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay, so that's going to be three ticks on your healing clock.
Cool.
You can spend your other downtime action healing, or you can spend a coin here to push that up to clear your clock. And
Yeah, I'm going to
Sure.
spend the cred to clear my clock.
Okay.
So
Your gunshot
new
wound is now fully
gunshot-
healed.
Is gone.
Okay.
And I guess my last one would be a long-term project.
Okay.
Researching the crystal to see if I can use it for Albin's benefit.
Okay. Yeah.
That's just a fortune roll, right? For a
yeah.
study?
It will. It's going to be based on what you're doing. So yeah, it sounds like you're studying, but it is a fortune roll. You can't fuck it up. But you can just hit the button. It's fine.
I got a 6.
Nice.
I'm currently 3 segments into an 8-segment clock for the Albin project.
So you get 3 more segments.
Woo! 2 away from figuring out the Albin problem.
Okay.
That nobody cares about except for Triage.
You haven't told us about it.
That's true. Triage is not a very public person. I don't think they even know that you have a friend.
Triage talks to
Like,
people.
Is it a friend or a former patient? Well, Lotus is my best friend, Uwu.
I
It
mean,
says so on my sheet.
Mhm. I mean, I think Face is a much better friend. Wink, wink, wiggles eyebrows.
It's fine.
They know some things.
cool. What other downtime actions would we like to be taking here, fam?
I'm between doing recovery, which would mean asking triage would be a little awkward, but hey.
That's fine.
Training insight, or starting a new long-term project to get in contact with the independent parliament. Because I'm also going to indulge my vice again, but I want to do something else first in case I overindulge. I think I'm going to train insight. I'm gonna train insight.
Okay.
Maybe not. No, I will, because I would actually like to get a doctor so I can, do the thing of like, hey, if you want to like elicit sympathy or something, you need to do doctor. It's a thing. Though I guess consort could also be that too. There's a thing with
It depends on who you're eliciting sympathy from, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's like fellow clones, I guess since it's her heritage, it would just be consort. I guess you wouldn't have to do that. Then I'm gonna start. The long-term project then to get in contact with the independent parliament.
Sure.
What do you?
Is that instead of? Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, that's gonna be my first one, and then the second one will be indulging vice.
Okay. I was just making sure I was following. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. How do you start? What do you do?
So they have there's like a radio broadcast or something, right?
Yeah, there is it's not like a radio broadcast, it's like a streamed internet show that pops up
Right.
randomly.
Okay.
It's called Coordinates Unknown, and
Okay.
basically a small group of masked criminals. They do a bunch of weird stunts in the name of independent parliament, some of which look a lot like a job you as a scoundrel might have, but it's always targeting the hegemony. And they also do like at one point, like if you go through their archives, like they had an exclusive interview with an ex-assassin as part of their stream show. Like they do all kinds of weird shit.
Weird.
Oh boy, here I
okay.
go killing again.
It's just the bug. It's the
I
bug. I forget his name.
I'm looking at my actions and being like, what could I do that would be something that I'm actually effective at? I mean, I'm effective at almost everything. I can do almost everything, but it's a question of not getting 1 to 3 on all of my project clocks like I usually do. Or project roles, I should say. They were they on Mem at any point?
Yes.
Okay. Cause it might be, cause I don't want to meet them. They're like kind of tangential to the independent parliament because I want to meet the actual parliament. But it's a question of finding the parliament, basically.
Yeah. I mean, there is some representation of the independent parliament here on Mem.
Yeah.
Because they are, supporting the negotiations that are currently ongoing with the governor right now.
Yeah, so I want to find those representatives is the thing I want to do. And the way I'm going to do it is the problem. But let me see if I could... No, Attune doesn't make any sense for this. Because I'm thinking, like, I want to do Skulk, but, like, that's just, like, I don't know who these people are is the problem.
So I think I need to talk to some people. I'm going to consort instead. I'm going to talk to our keen-eared bark. Oh no, we have too many people on here. I'm going to talk to Takala about it because Takala might know, considering he's got our ship here anyway.
Yeah, Takala's a good person to ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I will consort with Takala about it. He is not a friend of mine, so I don't get the +1 from doing that, unfortunately.
I thought it was friend.
Oh,
or
it's friend or contact. Okay, I do get a +1.
Contact, so you
Hell yeah. All right, let's do. So it's a fortune roll because it's a, it's a project clock. Where is it? The independent? Where are the representatives?
Ooh.
I got a 6.
Got
Correct.
6.
Nice.
Not a 1, 2, or a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you ask Takala where are the representatives,
Mhm.
and he is going to tell you, like, in a very long-winded way. Like, I picture you've like gone out to drinks or something in order to get this information, and he's like got like a glass of scotch on the rocks, and he is like sipping at it and gesturing with it magnanimously and everything, as he tells you the story of this amazing wedding that just took place between a representative of the independent parliament and ostensibly a princess of Mem, and it's like this whole thing.
Still have those,
and it's like, but it's not like a royal wedding to like merger or whatever. It's completely coincidence that the member of the independent parliament fell in love with the princess.
Right.
He's got this whole, it's like super long-winded, and the way he tells it is like really romantic. And but apparently he knows the guy. His name is Stev.
Okay.
And it seems likely that he could arrange some kind of a meeting here. So I think you're like at 3 out of 4 on this.
Oh my god.
If you want to slip him like a cred,
I would.
he will hook you up.
All right, hook me up, Stev. Hook me up, or
So,
hook me up, Takala. Hook me up, Stev.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, Takala will arrange for you to have a meeting with Stev.
Excellent.
He tells you that basically he gets you invited to a garden party.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Okay, that's gonna. I guess I gotta break out my club outfit because it's the only other outfit I have other than my spacesuit. So yeah. Stev, is he him?
Yes, Stev is he him. And
Is Stev human?
yeah, Stev's human.
Okay.
I have an art of him I can put up.
Oh snap. Okay.
Hold on. How am I gonna do this?
I just want to write notes about him because he seems somewhat important.
I mean, he's only my favorite character. I have art of him, so maybe
He's only my
important.
favorite character.
He's really terrible. You're gonna hate him.
Flood us with
good.
that art. Let us see.
Hold on, I'm getting it. Hold on.
What kind of terrible is he? Is the question.
The best kind.
Okay, good. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't hate him. Flashbulb will hate him. No question.
Flashbulb will definitely hate him.
Yeah. But hey, get connected with the independent parliament so you can free the clones.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, who's the anime girl with the really cool hair that you posted? I missed that.
That's
Zero.
At 0, hi.
Oh, nice. That is really cool.
You couldn't tell from the resting bitch face.
I was pretty proud of that resting bitch face.
Oh, it's so
Yeah, it
good.
looks good.
It's real good.
I mean, it's cool
alright.
or whatever. It's fine.
I mean, it's fine.
I love the overuse of hair clips. It's very important for little anime characters.
Right? Anyway, while I'm looking for this art, why don't you want other people take their
So I can definitely take my downtime actions. I'm going to train insight, so I'm not a dummy. And I get 2 because we have the insight thingy, which will give me 1 pip in study.
Nice.
And then while I am reaching out to Elrain Rondis about the crystals, I am also going to ask him if he knows somebody who can help me out with my Mission Impossible face mask long-term project.
Sure.
Because he's somebody who connects people on Sanhandra, so I figured that would probably be a good place to search.
Sure.
So should I do a consort for that?
That sounds like it, yeah. It's technically a the position effect don't matter is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so just roll fortune.
I know my other action, as I was saying, was Vice, so I will do that in a
6.
second. Ooh.
Perfect. So that's 3 on your
Yes,
clock.
and then I'm going to spend a credit so that I can fill up the clock.
Yeah.
So I have Mission Impossible faces now?
Yeah, you are able to get that for sure.
Sick.
Cool. And you want to go ahead and indulge your vice right now?
Yeah, I can do that right now, so I can figure out if I need to play somebody else.
Again.
Yep.
So
Yep,
how?
I'm
there
out.
it is.
Woo!
Oh, hello.
Oh, him! I've seen this before.
Oh God.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yes, chat. That is assed art, obviously. Very, very assed.
I was there when this was done.
Good. Yes.
Oh, that's a face. That's a punchable face.
He has
so
a punchable face. That's one of his. That is in fact one of his like signature abilities.
that's awesome.
Very punchable face.
How many segments should I make myself way invisible?
Oh
Because I'm gonna
boy.
throw that up there so I don't forget it.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna say this is I think this is going to be 2 parts. I think one is either I think you're going to need to find someone to teach you how to do it. Like
Right.
I don't think you can just close your eyes and pretend hard enough until it happens.
Damn it.
So I think finding someone to be able to teach you is like an 8-part clock.
Okay.
And then actually learning it will probably depend on who you actually find.
Gotcha.
I think maybe not today, but next time after she comes back. Actually, maybe my flashball might be changing her vice from faith to obligation to the independent parliament.
I could see that actually.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Because she has gotten what she has basically reached what essentially is nirvana for the Ishtari cult and realized that it's all been a lie because it's gone the opposite direction of what it's supposed to do.
Well, you're an oddball case.
It's true, but for her, it's gonna be having to,
I'm willing to say you can go ahead and make that change right now.
All right, cool.
Actually, and I think about this actually. I think that you would need to finish healing Learn Too Much before you can change your vice.
Okay,
and, like
that's
that's what that's gonna represent is like you coming to terms with who you are.
Right. Okay. That's fair. I can continue having my conversations with all of my dead sisters.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I will write that down to remember. I guess Stev is gonna be my vice purveyor.
Perfect. Good. Yes. Good. Yes. No problems whatsoever.
Unless it's gonna be another clone, then we'll get to that.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I gotta deal with my vice too if theirs is done.
Yeah.
I think so.
Alrighty. So I have a fun vice. Yeah, mine is stupor. So I think the way this looks is just after the food stuff was done, Zero just kind of starts digging around in the storage compartments and probably stumbles across like some drug supplies that didn't get used.
Oh,
I was
it's
like,
the good stuff.
Yeah, I was like, oh, the good stuff. Sweet. And then she just disappears into like the storage closet watching old cartoons and just getting completely baked.
Okay.
Let's see if I don't stress out too. Whoa. Hey, that's exactly what I needed.
Perfect.
Yep, she's watching Adventure Time and enjoying the good stuff, and it's fine.
Watching Adventure Time, I love it.
Cool.
I just queued up an episode of Adventure Time on Netflix.
Yeah, Space Netflix, it still has it. It's fine.
Yeah. Cool. Next. Who still has things left?
I'm all done.
Yeah,
I'm all done as well.
I'm also all done.
Think we're
Hey,
good?
we may end before the time for once.
I gotta figure out whether I'm gonna bring, because I'm definitely getting lost in this, because the other ones aren't like, I don't have anybody to brag to, and also I'm not like that, and I'm not gonna spend my stash on getting more Ash'Tari Cloud. So yeah, Spirit Journey. Yeah, I gotta figure out whether I'm making a new character or I'm bringing Iron back. So.
Would Iron come back?
Would Iron come back?
The only person Iron actually has a problem with is Glitch, and Glitch is no longer part of the crew.
That's fair.
So maybe. That's why it's a maybe and it's not a definite, because there are still things like, your crew let this happen, you're kind of crazy, but also like, you know, I'm friends with Satani and like, well, not Satani, Maris, originally, so.
Yeah, you were friends with Maris originally. And Maris knew of Satani but had not actually met her until that time, I believe.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah. I mean, you're
so
still
can
friends
do
with
that.
Maris, and Flash Bulb being lost means you don't have a pilot again. So you might call Maris up and see if they are willing to fly for you again.
Yeah. So.
I think
Or
that's going to depend on what character you want to play.
Yeah, because I think I might play a scoundrel otherwise. Because scoundrels are fun. I don't know why you're saying that, because we know that they are a high-powered mystic, but sure, and also Kelsa said that they had survived, so
Yep.
that's the thing.
The crew did not know she would survive.
I mean, I think we figured they did, considering, you know, they got blasted out into space, and then we put them in the smuggling hold, and then they tried to escape.
Yeah, then they blasted
No.
themselves into space.
I'm talking about when you rammed the ship with the intent to kill this person. Not...
We did not have the intent to kill this person. We had the intent to stop the ship. Because Flashbulb was a good pilot and knows the mining drill. You're not going to be killing anybody with it.
Until they get shot into space.
Look, they could have had a
I mean,
fucking
side
laser
effects, it's fine.
sword. They could have had a laser sword and fucking landed on the ship. I'm not taking chances with that one.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I can either create a character or have Iron. But for the meantime, Flashbulb is gone.
Well, let's. I mean, I think.
Y'all people need to stop disappearing. God damn it!
No.
Right? Everybody's
No.
stressing out.
You need to just cry in the corner like FaZe does when they
Like-
stress out.
Like, do something else. Quit
No.
disappearing, all of you.
Nope, too late.
Oh, it's fine. Just let them do their thing.
Because it's like, now we can't go anywhere. God damn it!
Ah, great, the face is back.
Sorry, I did not mean to do that.
That's
I
all right.
promise.
Stab.
There he is. Look at him. This is
I
who you
do-
come back as.
Yeah,
You will look at him.
we could
Look
do
at
this.
it.
if people want, I could do the scene with Stev or me getting lost. Otherwise, we can go and do next thing.
Well, it's not exactly lost from your.
It's the face of God.
But
I'm with Nerd Fluffle. I think I'm gonna start like putting trackers on everybody and be like,
put a
motherfuckers.
bell on them so they stop wandering off.
Well, I was thinking maybe we can just call it here and
That's
go
good.
into some.
That makes sense.
Yeah, totally. XP.
Yeah.
And then we'll decide what character you're gonna bring in for next week, and then we'll justify it at that time.
Sounds good.
Cool. So, did you successfully execute a transport or smuggling operation?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
Did we?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
I think
I would
we
hope
should
so.
have bolstered it. Yes.
Pretty freaking daring.
All right, yeah. Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of this crew?
Yes,
Certainly.
we looted that ship after
Yeah,
we
we
got
sure
it.
did. Yeah, we sure did.
Also, much inner conflict about Ismissa.
It was so funny. Flashbulb's like, we don't need the ship, and we're like, but monies.
We
Yeah,
don't, but money.
I think Flashbulb, since we've been working towards that no nonsense reputation, Flashbulb has starting to like embody that no nonsense reputation of just like, y'all.
Find the weapon.
Yeah.
Find the weapon, but money.
And Face
We
calls
can-
Flashbulb like, hey, we found tapestries, but find the weapon.
We can
That
find
was
the
so
weapon
funny.
and money.
That was so funny.
So 6, I think.
That sounds right.
That means we get another advance.
We always get another
Nice.
advance.
So I think at this point we should hold off on our advance because that way we can get the
Upgrade some
additional. Yeah, we can get
Thrill
the
Seekers?
additional stress thing. Yeah.
We can do that now because
Oh,
Yeah,
can we?
because
We
you
have enough?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Then yeah, I
You
think
could
we
get
should
Thrill Seekers and Stasis Pod, right? I think.
now.
Because we get 4.
we get 4. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I definitely want Thrill Seekers. I don't care. I don't know why Triage insists on stasis pods.
I mean,
I'm
I
not
think
totally against it.
I feel like Brig is a better thing.
I agree, but I
We
don't
have
know
been
why-
taking people prisoner a lot more lately.
What would we do with? What is your argument for stasis pods? Like, what the hell do you want to do
They're
with these?
they're
things?
like
They're
it's
cheaper
like a brig.
prisons.
It's like a brig, but you put them to sleep so they can't do way bullshit to get out of it.
That's fair.
I'm actually.
I mean, it's
looking
less
for-
space.
So
but
does that logistically work, Kelsa? Like from what I know of way bullshit, because I have 3 points in way. Does that act is that how that works? Like
if you're asleep, it's probably a lot more
So-
difficult to do.
So
way
the thing
bullshit.
for stasis pods, here's what it says.
Thank you.
State-of-the-art pods provide room for one severely injured, deathly ill, or unconscious guest each. Does not prevent dreams.
Oh. Depends on if they can do way shit in their dreams. Are they a
right.
lucid
See,
wear?
that's what I mean. Like I'm wondering if like stasis pods aren't just to prevent death until they can be fixed. That's
what
my
they're
impression.
intended for.
Yeah, stasis pods are like they're like the alien state, like the alien cryo.
Yeah, that was my thought. I was like, is this like a cryo
Right.
sleep, or is this
Right.
just holds them in Star Trek
So
suspended
could they
animation?
potentially be used as an impromptu prison just to put people to sleep?
I think they have to be asleep
You
before
would,
they get in there.
yeah, you
Oh,
would
yeah.
have to already
I
have
I mean,
them
you just
asleep.
bang them on the head with a dumbbell and they're good.
We have a crazy doctor. We can.
What is
just
with our
try.
doctor and hitting people? Stop hitting
It's
people.
the quickest way to knock people
Look,
out.
I
like
don't
the anesthesia.
I don't actually mind having stasis pods. I just
I
wanna-
want.
We get
I want
injured a
triage
lot
now.
too, considering.
I want
Yeah.
triage now to walk around with a gigantic sledgehammer, and like every time we have a problem, she's just like, "Eh." It's like triage. Stop hitting things with
I'm
a sledgehammer.
Somebody has to do it now that Glitch doesn't.
I'm good with
There's
thrill
no giant
seekers.
wrench anymore. Sorry.
I'm good with thrill seekers and stasis pods, honestly.
Yes,
Yeah.
like I said, that's
Okay.
fine with me as long as we can use stasis pods as a prison. That's fine.
Yeah, then thrill seekers and stasis pod.
So,
It's
so
just
what
that
you're
they
saying is
have
we
to
just
be
need to
unconscious.
really injure them so that they
We
have to
just
be in
need
the
to
stasis
bonk
pod.
them on the head real good. That's all,
All
you
right.
gotta do.
But yeah, we all
I
get
mean, we
plus
can
one
drug
stress
them
box.
too, so that'll work.
Plus one stress box.
I
Now
can
we
do
have-
that for you all.
So when we
Thank
get
you.
when we get prisoners, we'll just get triage to drug them and then throw them in stasis pods.
Cool. So we do not get cred from advancing because this isn't blades. Fortunately.
Wait, yeah, you do.
Do we?
You get stash.
Do we get stash?
Oh, sick.
I feel like we have not been doing that.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Have
Oh,
I?
have we? Okay.
I have not, but
I've been telling you to.
Using
okay,
what?
so I've just forgotten. Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Well, you get stash every time the ship advances.
Yeah, that was what
I-
happened right now.
I've been
the ship
doing it
advanced.
because
I haven't. I've totally forgotten.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What?
So we get stash every time the ship advances.
Oh.
I had no idea.
I mean, that's negligent.
I've literally been telling you.
I think
Yeah.
no. I
I've
think
been
Glitch is
doing
the
it.
only one I've been keeping that for, and I don't think Cecilia had it because she wasn't around long enough, and I think I forgot since then.
Every
But
time we
I'll
advance,
mark it now because
each
it
get
doesn't
stash.
matter.
I don't think
Crew
anybody's
quality
saying that
plus
you
2.
didn't tell us, Kelsa. I think everybody's just saying.
I think we
idiots.
just
totally missed.
No,
it.
Yeah.
So
Like,
your crew
I-
quality is now 2, so you means you get 4 stash, everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sweet.
Well, I have forgotten since I lost Glitch, but Glitch had a ton of stash, and that was why.
I forgot to. I
Hey,
forgot
my
to mark-
lifestyle increased.
Yeah, I forgot to mark for last time, so I'm gonna do it for last time too.
And honestly, with Glitch, although she's effectively retired at this point, I think that her stash should be up at 20 so that her lifestyle is basically 2 after getting the payout from the job that everybody else abandoned.
Okay.
Just basically all to herself.
Sure, I'll mark that on there. It's there.
Because I'm just
but-
trying to remind myself of how long it's been since I did
Yeah,
it.
So-
I haven't been
So
doing
I'm gonna recommit this to memory. Every time we complete a job now, it'll be 4 stash.
Until our crew.
No.
quality
No.
Oh,
increases.
crew. Sorry. The crew thing, not
The
not
ship
job.
advances.
Yes, that ship.
Anytime
advances.
anytime the crew advances or the ship advances, 'cause it's the same.
All right, so Kelsa, just to let you know, I did
Which is basically
retroactively
every
give
job
myself,
anyways,
Like
but-
2.
You what?
I retroactively gave myself more stash because I haven't been adding stash for any time we got a crew upgrade. So
Well, I know you spent a lot of stash, and you had a lot of stash to get to spend.
Mhm.
So I think you have been at least some, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I just did the last 2 because if I hadn't done it before, that's my own fault. And I have 21 stash, so I'm like, that's fine.
Yep.
Like, I am fine with retiring on that.
I'm good with
Like,
where I am
understand.
because it's a new character and they're poor.
But yeah.
Mhm.
I think I got experience for all the things this time. If you wanted to real quick knock me out.
Yeah, we gotta roll through that because we're.
what is with you and knocking people out? Are you gonna use a hammer on yourself this time?
Right, triage.
Address the tough challenge with insight or compassion. I made a magnetosphere, damn it.
Mhm.
I mean, I
Express
guess
my
that would be insight.
yeah. Express my beliefs, heritage, drive, background. Researching precursor and mystic tech is my belief, and I did that for my downtime action.
Yeah, for sure.
And I definitely struggled with my vice or trauma because I started a fight during our home cooking. So I get 3 experiences,
And then
which will be I'm going to level up my attune and then put 1 in insight.
okay, cool. Next is Flashbulb.
Yeah. What's up? Let's see.
What is up? Did you address a tough challenge with speed or flare?
Yes.
I think you get 2
Multiple times.
experience for that one. I'm not even
Yeah.
kidding. You should get
Yeah.
2 experience for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
Perfect.
sure.
I mean, I flew the ship in the almost perfect way.
It was
Alright.
great. Did
Yeah,
you
that-
stress
that
your
was amazing.
beliefs,
That
drives,
could not have
heritage,
worked
or
better.
background?
Yeah, I think so. It keeping on mission was very much part of it.
Yeah, the
as well
whole
as-
flashbulb face interaction was pretty great.
Yeah, as well as my background of just being a pilot. Just like,
Mhm.
all right, I know how to do all these maneuvers. We're gonna get like in and out of this. Like, I got everything on lock.
Cool.
Yeah. Vice or trauma? I'm lost now.
That seems like a problem.
Yeah. Vicious did not come up really. Interestingly enough, in this session, other than me shouting "Find the weapon" was not me being vicious. It was just me. I guess obsessed, except I wasn't obsessed with the thing that I'm supposed to be obsessed with.
So no and no.
Yeah, so no and no. Yeah, so just the 4. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a playbook advancement. I don't know what I'm gonna get, but I got one.
You're gonna come back and you're gonna know something new.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to clear my inventory.
Okay. Let's go next with 0. Did you address a challenge with technical skill or ingenuity?
Yes, I did a number of hackings and also fixed up the mining drill hole.
Yeah, you sure did. Good times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you?
There was
police drives heritage or background.
Yes, there were numerous times where it just kept that kind of whatever. I'm just here, going along with it, but seeming really bored mentality that we established last session, and then also showed that there might be a bit of a caring side by cooking meal for everyone that got ruined by triage.
Thanks, triage.
Thanks, triage.
My bad.
But yeah, so there might be more to this hacker than meets the eye.
Great. And then did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
Nope.
Get a trauma.
What's that?
Get a trauma.
Yeah, get a trauma. Yeah, no, I didn't struggle with the vice at all. She got high, and it was exactly what she needed. No, that wasn't a struggle at all. It was right where it needed to be.
Awesome.
Yeah, just the 4.
Cool. And then face. Did you address a tough challenge with deception or influence?
Yes. When I consorted with Satan.
Yeah. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes. 2 times. Once with the art, and then definitely with the money.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, and also saving what's her name. So trying not to murder someone randomly.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you can only get the 2, but.
True. But no, yeah, those are all valid. Did you struggle with any issues from your vice or trauma?
So I wanted to talk to you about that. I don't know how much haunted makes sense anymore, especially considering with how the whole thing went down with glitch. So I was thinking about switching it to obsessed and being obsessed with stuff like art and expensive things.
Like this is your getting over it. Now you are going to buy a bunch of shit.
Exactly. I'm just going to be like an expensive bitch.
I'm getting over it by overindulging with this expensive,
called
meaningless
self-care, damn it.
Is it though?
So basically like pausing the mission to be obsessed with the tapestries and Flashbulb is like, dude, find the weapon. And I'm like, we're busy.
Yeah.
Retail therapy.
So does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I think so.
I just think that fits better with the character, especially with how things went with Glitch last time. I was just like, it doesn't really seem like that makes sense anymore.
That's fair.
I still can't stop thinking that the fine bedside manner in italics on my item load is just like fine bedside manner. Like passable bedside manner. I'm sorry that I bring that up frequently, but it just, because it's in italics, it always gets me.
Okay, cool. I think that's everybody, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's go to outros then. Starting with outro.
Hi, I'm Outro. You can catch me here on Thursdays, as you just did. And on Sundays, I am playing Bag of Bones, which is a Mothership actual play where Kelsa's the doctor. It has a rotating cast. Right now, we are getting ready for our next episode, which will introduce a new cast member. And yeah, other than that, I'm playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions right now, which apparently, I didn't know this until Tuesday, but is apparently super censored from what it was in Japan. But yeah, I condensed the explanation into one sentence, and I'm going to see if I can do it again. You are Japanese pop idols possessed by characters from Fire Emblem Awakening, fighting for hope in a darkness dimension.
Okay.
Like one does.
It's the most
As you do.
Japanese thing ever. It's hilarious. But yeah, that's me right now. I'm trying to think of how and when I'm going to have a Burning Wheel game, but there's going to be a Burning Wheel game sometime in the next like several months. But
Burninator.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah. Maybe Girl by Moonlight if that drops soon, because I really want to play Girl by Moonlight really, really bad, or run Girl by Moonlight even, because I have some fun magical girl mayhem to throw at the world.
We should definitely talk. Next up, we've got Rhys.
Hello, everybody. I am Rhys. Join Outro, myself, and our friend Sarah on Tuesdays for our new talk show. It's between 8 and 10 p.m. We talk about a whole bunch of nerdy things, so come join us for that. Outro has demanded to come over and fix our overlay because I did it very cringely this time, and that was quite amusing. And then
It was driving me absolutely batshit crazy.
And that is where Outro actually learned that everything got censored. And then on Thursdays, you can find me here. I am thinking about starting up random streams. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to stream yet. I was hoping to stream Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, and Cyberpunk at some point soon, but everything's gotten delayed, so I am currently looking for games. So I will keep everybody updated on that one.
Just wait until March and stream Animal Crossing and how much you love it.
Oh God, no, please no.
March is going to be devoted to Animal Crossing, especially now that Final Fantasy VII got pushed back to April.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make videos of me doing chores around the house and just upload it to YouTube.
There you go.
Just be like real Animal Crossing.
Flawless. All right, Saintguard, what about you?
Hi everybody, my name is Saintguard, a variety streamer, voice actor, and sometimes GM of tabletop role-playing games. Usually you can find me over on twitch.tv/Saintguard. I'm actually going to be on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific. I think I'm going to be playing Yakuza's Kiwami. I'm not absolutely sure, but we'll see. I'm going to be streaming on Saturday and Sunday as well. Also on Saturday, I am the GM over on Kelsa's channel for our playtest of a game I've created called Republic City by Night. It is a Legend of Korra Forge in the Dark game. You can go and check it out over on Kelsa's channel. It starts at 3 p.m. Pacific on Saturdays. I am as I said, the GM for it. It's pretty fun. The G-Data texts are wonderful. So I'm developing that. I'm developing a setting for it called South of Morning. I'm also making a Firebrand's Murder Mystery game, which I haven't touched in a little bit because I've been doing other things.
Hurry up, I want to play the Commodore.
I just need to write a lot of things. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Writing's rough. Like I wrote like 2,000 words on my Mothership supplement, and then I'm just like, I don't want to write anymore. And then I just stopped writing, and that's how it goes.
For me, it's figuring out, especially for Firebrands, how the game should interact. Because I look at Firebrand's games and I'm like, I understand how this works, but like at the same time, I want something that's interesting that isn't just the Firebrands thing because it's a murder mystery. So it's doing game mechanics as well as doing writing, which is an interesting time. But yeah. You can also check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Saintguard. Last username with an L-Y at the end. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else right now.
Great. Hello, I'm Kelsa. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa, Twitch and YouTube. It is KelsaDelphi. I play role-playing games on the internet. As Saintguard said, on Saturdays, we're playing Republic City by Night. That's a lot of fun. Sundays, I move around Outro's channel for Mothership. Tuesdays, I play D&D over on the Greyhawk channel. And of course, on Thursdays, you can find me here GMing Packet Loss on Party Web Games, which is a perfect segue to Lindis, Party White Games.
Hello, I'm Rindis, Party Wipe Games. You're currently watching our channel, and I do appreciate you. If you haven't given us a follow, please consider doing so. And if you'd love to help support us in everything we do, consider checking out our Patreon. We have once a month Patreon one-shots. That seems like we're not going to be doing this month's Alien RPG. I'm very sad. I kind of went to take a head count, even though I've been talking about it all month, and it seems like nobody's signed up to play. So I guess I will take your money and run. But
time is a pain.
Time is a pain. But I will continue to offer it because I do want to build a better community for this channel. So if you guys want to take part in monthly one-shots of various games that we just don't have time to run otherwise, like the Alien RPG or other things like Call of Cthulhu, everything's on the table. People are free to suggest what we can play as a one-shot, and I really do want to try out a bunch of games because there's just isn't enough time in the day to run long.
I will no holds barred run a made RPG game for you if that becomes an option.
That's on the table. Absolutely.
I'll just run.
We've had people ask to play the made RPG several times, and nobody ever wants to step up to run it. Mostly because I also
Are
want
you kidding?
I also
Having
want to play
people
it.
grovel for you for the entirety of a role-playing game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. People don't. Before I met you guys, a lot of people didn't want to step up and also be DM, so I was in the forever DM spot. So this is a new feeling for me, and I'm not used to it. But it looks like this month is on hold. Next month, February, I was looking at doing Call of Cthulhu. I might still hold Alien RPG in the back burner, but we might still do Call of Cthulhu. Or Outro, if you want to do the made RPG, I will entirely leave that for you as an option. So you can catch us going soon every day of the week. Mondays we play 5th edition Forest for the Trees. It's a 1920s inspired high fantasy game where one of the players has inadvertently made a wish to a trickster god, not realizing that they made a wish to a trickster god. I'm sure it's fine. They were asked what their heart's desire was, and they said peace for their people, which peace is ambiguous, and they only mentioned their people, which are the fascist, xenophobic Elven Empire that was currently at war with the nation that they're currently residing in. So stay tuned for that. Tuesdays.
Look, that always works out.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a reboot of an old game, so the last time peace was made between these two warring nations, it involved the Elven nation doing a surprise coup and sacking the capital and putting everyone to the sword. So I'll have to think of something equally horrible to give her heart's desire, because all she said was peace for her people. She did not say all people. My girlfriend will hate me, but I love twisting her words and how ambiguous things like the wish spell actually are if you do not do it correctly. Tuesdays, we play Vampire the Masquerade. We are the Marechal of the Vancouver Camarilla. I play a Lasombra who currently got shot and was set on fire last week. So she's not having a very good time, and we're about to run away from werewolves. Wednesdays are up in the air, but I have begun doing work on Misspent Youth. Stay tuned. We'll have that in the works shortly. Thursdays, of course, we are here playing Packet Loss. Fridays, starting tomorrow, I will start cracking open Fusion and get that rolling because I've said it for 2 weeks and I'm kind of done putting off Good Omens. I'll just finish that on my own later. Saturdays, we play Descent into Avernus. They got to hell, and they are doing the best they can to try and save people that are stuck in hell. Sundays, we were going to be doing the aforementioned one-shot. That may not happen now, but we have also started a Curse of Strahd game where I play a Blue Dragonborn fighter, and it is great because our characters are fun. It's the same cast from Vampire the Masquerade, so we have great synergy and energy together, and we're going to go punch Strahd in the dick. It's fine. That's it. Let's see who we can raid tonight. We were going to go over to the Bubbernot, but they ended early. You got anybody?
AP Gaming Reel.
Yeah, but I still kind of feel like the same thing. It's like they haven't acknowledged us rating them, but let's take a look. We can do it again. See if Senpai notices us or even reciprocates. I like giving it back to people who also raid us from exchange it from time to time. But we can do it again because they are friends of people in the channel, and I will not be like, well, no, I don't want to give it to them because... so, here we go. We'll do it. Won't hype during RBG stream, but he will during game stream. Well, there you go. I mean, it is more of the just getting traffic back is my thing. It's like, if I send stuff to Kelsa or Saint or Outro, I know that they'll also send people to me when they can, is more of the way that is. Anyways, let's not dwell on it. We're going to send you guys over. Give them some love. Treat them as you would anybody in our channel with love, respect, and we will see you guys next Thursday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.